All right, welcome back to the Ballin4God podcast. This is episode number 32. The Cubs are getting their butts kicked.
Yes!
In the bottom of the ninth, they are losing. Bregman he almost struck out.
I hope he does. He's 0 for 3.
0 for 2 count. I mean, Bregman's struggling, but the Cardinals, they got the win today.
We got to win. Weatherhold hit a home run. Hey, episode 32, people are going to think I'm actually on the intro for once.
I know, it's been a while.
You got used to not being around. Oh, I thought he was going to drop it. What a fun show.
It's going to be.
It's going to be. It hasn't happened yet. It's going to be a fun show.
It's going to be great. I mean, we have 3 guys at SIR that are very heavily involved. Jaxton Wiggs, Jeff Wiggs, and Caleb Hilliard.
Racing is getting repped. Big. We're representing racing tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry it took us 32 episodes, but the Wiggs family, Caleb Hilliard. Then we followed up with the king.
Shane
Cockrum. That was awesome talking to Shane. And not just talk about racing, man. He talked about life, talk about getting ready to be a dad again for the 4th time, getting ready to be a dad, have his first boy.
Yep.
Talked about the Glottage Cockrum empire now. But, the kid's name's probably going to be Honda. Probably be Honda Cockrum.
He says his kid's going to be like the best racer in the world or something like that.
Something like that, man. But no, we had a lot of fun tonight. I'm glad we talked. I know you love racing. I'm learning, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Kid's got his rally cap on, but...
Oh, he's crying. I think the kid was crying for the Cubs right now.
And hopefully the Cubs...
Go Tigers.
Yeah, go Tigers. I don't say that very often because, back in high school we didn't really like the Heron Tigers, but, hey.
I'm saying go Tigers.
We're going Tigers, but, I'm happy that you guys are here for us to watch this show because this is going to be a really fun show. We got to rep a lot of guys for racing.
Yes.
A lot of people, they think basketball, football, baseball in our area, and even softball, but there's a lot of other sports. As we had cross country and track and field and golf on last week. This week it's racing, and, just get out there and go watch the races. Because, as this coming up this week is the Terry Sprague Memorial down in Marion at the Southern Illinois Raceway Friday and Saturday, starting at 7 p.m. Gates open at 4 p.m., so make sure to go check that out. Caleb, he's going to be running the ship down there, and, you get to see a lot of local athletes.
A lot of local athletes, a lot of local talent. It's going to be awesome down there. The Wiggs family will be down there. It'll be a good time. Eigen Rao will be down there. It's going to be awesome, man. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, so, do you want to get into the trivia question, or do you want to do the week sponsor?
Well, I'm going to let you know, hey, this is the second week. Weeks in Benton now, proud sponsors of the Ballin4God podcast. And, I'm a little impartial to those guys, Russ. Obviously, I work there. It's hard to believe. People say I don't work, but next month will be 9 years for me. 9 years, 1627 North Main, Monday through Saturday open from 8 a.m. Yeah, people don't believe the hours because I'm never there that early, but the hours 8 a.m. to roughly about 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Saturdays, 8:30 to about 3. Hey, give us a call, 435-3334. Almost did the All-Stars.
That's what you're about to do.
435-3334, Weeks in Benton. Hey, vehicles, here's the thing. Great website, weeksinbenton.com. A lot of great people working there. I could name them all day. Will Zettler runs the ship. You got a lot of good guys there. And here's the thing. It's going to be the Weeks big deal of the week. It's Weeks in Benton, but weeksinbenton.com. You can check out all the inventory, not just cars and trucks, but we got side-by-sides with Polaris. But here's the thing. Here's the 2 deals of the week. Tyson Samples, my boy, Tyson Samples, pride of West Frankfort. 2027 Polaris Ranger XP North Star. Are you hearing this, Russ?
It's a North Star.
A North Star, $23,999. I almost feel bad saying it. $23,999, full cab, heat and air, avalanche gray colored. I want to buy the thing. I'm not going to lie. Russ, you'd look great in it, but that is it's a 2027, and which is, I thought, impossible because it's 2026 right now.
That's what I thought. I always get confused when they do that, but
that's the Polaris of the week at Weeks. Now here is the truck of the week. Are you ready for this? 2026. It's on the lot. You can come see me if you want. You see my man Dustin Hicks. You can see Travis Severin. You can see Will Zettler, John Melvin, Deion Mitchell. A lot of great people working there. I'll sell you one. We can get Wendy Johnson sell you one if she needs to. But 2026, it's a Ram Bighorn. Okay, thing is black as midnight. The thing is bad as can be. $12,717 off right now.
Oh, wow.
$12,717 off right now.
Woo!
Woo! I mean, the thing is down. It started at $64,310. It started at sticker $64,310. It's down to $51,593. It's got the Hemi. It's got the Hemi. It's got a 100,000-mile warranty on the thing. Brand new. Brand new. Brand spanking new. Come check it out. We'd love to help you. That is the, there it is right there. You're going to put a picture of it online for us. But Weeks and Benton, baby. 435-3334. 435-3334.
What's the address?
1627 North Main Street, Benton. Be there or be square.
Yeah, and that's
Proud sponsor of the show.
Weeks and Benton.
How about that Polaris? It's got heat and air. It's got heat and air.
But yeah, now
It's
we
got heat and air.
We're gonna get over to All Stars and Stitches.
Now we're moving on. Let's hit it, Russ. What's our trivia for this week? Come on, think of something good.
Should we do something with Shane Cockrum?
Yeah.
How many? You want to ask how many wins he had in the was it the Silver Crown Series?
Yes.
All right. How many wins did Shane Cockrum, the fire chief?
The chief.
The chief is what they call him. How many wins did the chief win in the Silver Crown Series? If you can comment that down below, you will win some free merch.
Free merch.
And,
Look at these shirts.
The trivia is brought to you by All Stars and Stitches at 418 East Main in Benton, Illinois. All Stars and Stitches, they can get you done with shirts just like this over here. They can get you car decals. They can get you stickers. They can get you a sticker on your cup. Whatever you need at All Stars and Stitches, they get it done.
If they can print on it, they can do it. They can wrap your vehicle. They can wrap your vehicle. They can make you hats. They can make you T-shirts. They can, you name it, Big Dave, give them a call up there. What's their number?
The phone number for All Stars and Stitches is 618-435-555-5555.
5555555.
So yeah, that's.
It's been a while since I've done one of those.
I know.
It's been a while since I've done one of those. I'm just glad to be on here with you. I know. I'm glad Dr. Young's here tonight. I haven't seen Dr. Young in so long. He looks great. He had a birthday.
He did.
Doc Young just had a birthday. How old is he?
The big 2-0.
The big 2-0. My man Doc Young's 20. Man, he's just a great young man. Very proud of him. He looks like he's tired. I'm proud of him.
He's up since 7 a.m. He worked at the school today.
Oh, man, great job. Russ, I'm going to have to get out of here. This has been a lot of fun. Russ does a great job. Everybody, let's give him a round of applause.
Yes. So we'll see you guys back here in the with the Wiggs and Caleb Hilliard. All right, welcome back to the Lighthouse. As this is episode number 32 of the talk show, and we have three racers on here first. And go left to right, introduce yourself, and tell us who you are and where you're from.
I'm Jeff Wiggs, and I'm from Benton, Illinois.
I'm Jaxton Wiggs, and I'm from Benton, Illinois as well.
Caleb Hilliard from Marion, Illinois.
I mean, are you really from Marion, or are you like out?
Well, I mean, Crab Orchard.
There we go, Crab Orchard. I want to hear him say it. He's a crab.
Hey, I'm proud of it.
I know, it's
The
from the
Trojans.
orchard.
Oh,
The Trojans.
That's right.
Trojans.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it's good to have some racers on, and
Rush, you've been waiting for this.
yeah.
All I talk about is basketball, football, baseball, softball. You got me venturing into track, and we got into, what else are we talking about?
Golf.
Got golf on, because people say, oh, Travis was talking about football, man. Now, this is your racing, rubbing and racing. I don't know what that means.
Raceway.
Huh?
Southern Illinois Raceway.
You've been announcing, you told me at Southern Illinois Raceway. You sent me videos.
Yeah.
Is it true?
Yeah, a little bit. Darren Kennard, he's the main guy there for announcing, but I do a little bit here and there.
So here's my question. Well, first off, we appreciate you guys coming on. We've switched it up a little bit. Jackson's been on the show twice, and we've been here both times. So when he comes on again, because I get harassed all the time for having Benton people on, which I love it. Hey, I mix it. We got Crab Orchard on too. We got Crab Orchard, not just Benton.
That's right.
You know, obviously we've had a lot of guests, not just from Benton. We have coaches and players from all over the place, but it's nice to have different locations sometimes, and we appreciate. We were all joking around. I did not realize you guys were quasi-related to the Youngs, but Jesse allows us to use a lot of their properties with Renlet Cabins in the Woods, and this is a cool place. Like, honestly, I know it gets rented all the time, and you told me like all the times
It's getting rented tomorrow.
it's getting rented tomorrow, but this is a really awesome place. Huge turkey over here. Got a Shetland pony behind me. I mean, it's pretty awesome. But no, all kidding aside, obviously I like to have a lot of fun with stuff. But I didn't realize how much goes into racing, and that's my fault. My dad has always talked about racing. He loves it. He's go watch guys race. He thinks it's the greatest thing ever. I mean, I'm looking at the channels. I'm like, oh, okay, Kevin Harvick won. Good for Kevin. There's a lot more, Jeff. You've been around this for how long?
I've been around it for, hell, ever since I was born, and so 62 years.
60 years you've been around racing.
Yeah.
Wow.
My dad raced, and so when I was a kid, I always grew up at the dirt tracks. And then when I got old enough, I started racing and raced up till, I don't know, probably in the late 90s. And then I quit, and then Jack's come along, and we started all back in again. So we've pretty well been around my whole life.
Wow.
I've got to ask, just a quick question here before we get going into the show completely. How much has racing changed from when you first got into it to now, especially since you're kind of like seeing it from a different point of view?
Yeah, it's changed a lot. I mean, the technology and the safety aspects, all of it's gotten a lot more advanced, and it's getting tougher because the cars are all getting so equal, and everybody's got a good motor, and I mean, it's really competitive right now. There's a lot of good cars out there, a lot of good drivers.
So, my oldest son, I used to take him to Garrett Britton's barn to hit baseballs. And I would see, and I know how much Garrett loves racing. And I didn't realize how much time,
Yep.
Blood, sweat, and tears go into this. I mean, Jeff, you said 62 years of your life, you've been around this since you came out of the womb. And there's a lot of, it ain't cheap, is it?
No, there's nothing cheap about it. If you want to, speed cost, they say. So how fast do you want to go?
Speed cost. There's the quote of the day. Speed cost. That's awesome.
I go on a t-shirt.
That should go on a t-shirt. I hope it is on a t-shirt. But I mean, seriously, I'm sure the big teams, I know this already, that they have their own full-time mechanic crews and everything. With you guys, how does that work with, if Jax wrecks a car, do you fix it? Do you have a team that fixes it? What?
We've been in the garage since Saturday night, right?
Yep.
Since we got back home. So we got back home Saturday night from racing in Farmington, Missouri, the sprint car. So we got everything unloaded, and we started working on the cars that we're going to run this weekend. So we worked Saturday night, all day Sunday. Monday morning we had to be in Evansville, Indiana at the dyno. We took them to the dyno, come back. One of them messed up on the dyno, so we had to come back home, pull that motor out, send it down to Crothersville, Missouri to get fixed. Brought it back, and we just finished putting it in and started it before we came here. So we probably got 50 hours in this week.
That's crazy.
That's more than a full-time job.
Yeah.
40 hours a
Where
week.
I work in a month. I mean, come on, let's be honest.
And we'll leave tomorrow, and we'll be there all weekend.
Yep.
And
We'll turn
if we
around.
take an extra car with us, if something bad happens, we'll switch cars. But hopefully it don't. But last year we had a guy that helped us, and he really helped us a lot. But he moved to North Carolina, so this year it's just been me and Jaxton. You just get in there and do what you got to do.
Okay, here's my question to you. He's racing, obviously, your son. It's got to be awesome to watch him race. But how much from when you grew up with your dad racing and then you to now, how much have the cars and all that aspect has changed?
They've changed a lot. It used to, like when my dad raced, they built the car themselves.
Wow.
They'd take an old car and work on it, and they'd build it themselves. And nowadays you can buy the cars, everything ready, complete, put it together. But you still got to maintenance it and keep it going and everything. So the technology's come a long way, and there's a whole lot more safety also, like I said. And
Safety?
yeah.
How many different cars would you say that you two have? You can talk about your own cars or Jagger's cars. How many different cars do the Wiggs own?
Honestly,
Too many.
7.
21.
21.
21 race cars.
Yes.
That's a fleet.
We only
In my business, that's a fleet.
They can start their own racing club.
we only run about 10, I'd say.
Yeah.
What are the other 11, just for show?
Well, some of them's older cars that we run, and we just haven't sold them. But sprint cars, he's got 4 sprint cars, which you have a 305, a 360 car, and a 410. So
It's different.
you don't want to switch motors, so we don't. But like if we go to Marion on a Saturday night, I could race as much as 6 cars. So Jax can run 3. Jagger could actually run 4 because he's not 16 yet. So he could run the restrictor, non-wing, outlaw, A-class wing, and wing outlaw. So we have a lot of cars when we was running the micros because I wanted him to get all the seat time he could get. So if you're going to the races, why not run all 3 classes to get more seat time? Just like anything, the more you do, the better you get. So
It's iron with pizza.
yeah, so that's how we ended up with him. And then Jagger started racing, so we added a couple more to it. So
You need another kid.
yeah,
You got a grandkid coming?
I got one
Olivia
coming
got,
up, yeah,
what's she
yep.
got, a boy or girl?
boy.
Another racer in the family.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, we're even starting them out earlier
Yeah.
now than ever at
Oh,
SIR.
yeah.
We've got a juice box class now,
Do what?
and it's
Juice box.
Juice
class.
box.
What is this?
so it's like it's 2 to 5 year olds, I think, is what the age limit is.
Probably drive better than I do.
And you get, it's not your regular Hot Wheel cars. It's a special where you can get on Amazon, or I think they have a type like from Sam's and stuff. But you can't just have your kids like monster truck Hot Wheels car out there.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
24 volt. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's
How
24
old are these
volt.
kids?
2 to 5.
And they race?
They race in the infield.
Yeah.
We got cones set up. The parents are out there. It's pretty neat to watch. It's brought a lot of people out. It's just getting, so then they'll move up to junior sprint
sprints.
class, and it's just
Caleb, you're getting them hooked in more than travel baseball.
that's right. That's what we're trying.
I mean, gosh dang it.
We're taking over
Brody
travel.
waited until he was 7.
You can get
I mean, these
Brody
kids are
out.
2.
You can get Brody out there.
He run people over. He tried to wreck like his dad.
So,
I'm not safe on the roads. I mean, can we edit this? So, all right, Jax, let me ask you this, man. I mean, obviously, I've watched you grow up, and I'm going to be honest. I've seen you play junior high baseball, I've seen you play junior high basketball, I've seen you play high school basketball. I've never seen you race. It's my fault.
he golfs as well.
He golfs as well. Excuse me, I haven't seen him golf. I'm sure he's good at it.
No, not missing much
No,
there.
no, come on. I know you're a good athlete. You're good at what you do. Is racing? I mean,
I figured you would ask this.
I mean, Ron Weinmiller's not watching. Ron Weinmiller's not watching, even though he's a guest when I can't find people. Ron's my go-to guest when I can't get people. Sorry, Ron. I'm just being honest. Tell me, Jax. Come on, man.
When it's basketball season, it's basketball season.
Fair.
We don't really race during basketball, but if I had to pick racing, it's just I've been around it since I was born, and
Yeah.
it's what I love to do, and I can't racing.
Do you want to do this as a profession? I mean, is this what you want to do? When you're
That's-
27 years old, do you want to be?
That's the plan. Yeah, I'd like to go run like a World of Outlaws tour for somebody, and I mean they run 90 races in a year and travel the world. That would be the plan. It takes a lot to get there, and
Sure.
it's kind of hard now with all the talent there is all around the world. But hopefully that's my end goal.
You mentioned it takes
Awesome.
takes a lot to get there, but when did
That's huge years. Sorry.
when did you kind of get into racing? When did you? And you said when you were born, but when was the first time you're like, hey, I'm gonna go out there and race? And what kind of development have you seen throughout your career?
Well, I was gonna start when I was about 7, and I showed up to the track, walked around, and about 5, and about got time to race, and I got scared and didn't want to go out. So I ended up about 9. We started racing junior sprints and quarter midgets, and then just now that I sit back and look at it all, it's just really cool that what my family's done for me to put me through it, and I've improved a lot. Just to be able to sit in a car, and now that it feels like you're going slower, you can think about racing and think about what you're doing. It's really neat, in my opinion.
Caleb, I got to ask you this, and you guys know it. Jeff came out of the womb with it. You probably were racing before you came out of the womb. Caleb, when did you get into racing?
I've always went to SIR. Like, my dad took us out there for years when we were young. We all got some cars. When they stopped paying for everything, that's when the racing stopped, when we got old enough. So it's like, well, you don't want to pay for it yourself. So,
Remember that.
yeah. If you can find a ride, that's the best thing for you. Anyway, but I've always stuck around it, even when I hadn't have anything to do. I was there at the track. Then I started running the side-by-sides and four-wheelers there in the infield. Then I was director of competition, and then up until 3 years ago now, I'm president of the racetrack. And
What does that mean? I mean, to the average person, Caleb Hilliard, president of Southern Illinois Racing, or racetrack, excuse me. What's that entail? That's a big word for me, entail.
I don't own the racetrack, but it's a business. We run it as a business. I have a board. I have a vice president, secretary, treasurer, and then 3 board members. Yeah, 3 board members. And really, it's up to me and that board to really figure out what the best is for the track.
What made you decide to get into it, and when specifically did you start kind of transitioning into that?
I've been out there on the side-by-sides and 4-wheelers running around for probably 10 or 15 years. And then again, director of competition, I don't know how many
What the
years.
heck does that mean? What's director of competition?
So-
Melissa, we gotta go.
Director-
Melissa, we're going.
Director of competition is over all on-track operations. So basically, if there's a wreck or, a discrepancy, a call to be
I'd like to be
made,
part of the rec stuff.
you will. It's addiction. I mean, it's addicting.
Yes.
You're going to be there. You come one time and you're hooked.
I'm addicted.
Yeah.
How many different types of cars and different types of races are held in Marion?
We have 7 classes. Is what we run.
It's like weight classes, like we got little wrestlers, we got big wrestlers. We got,
Well, yeah. I mean, in a way.
okay.
You got juniors, junior class, which is the little ones.
They're 5 to
5
12,
to
10.
12,
10,
I think.
By the 12-year-olds?
10.
Yes, yeah, 5 to 10, I think.
Yeah.
And what size of car are these kids driving? That's the part I don't understand.
It's a small, like a Briggs and Stratton.
Yeah,
lawnmower.
13 horse motor on it.
13 horse motor, yeah. It's
Okay, fair enough.
yeah.
It's
So
going
you
12
got
mile an
that.
hour.
Then you
No,
stair
they'll run
step.
about 40,
All
45.
right, 40, I like it. Here we go, we're getting after it.
Yeah. Then you stair step to restrictor class.
Restrictor. I don't like that.
So it's a.
I don't like that word. I don't like
It's
it.
a bigger motor, but it has restrictor plates in it to restrict the
Kind of
power.
like NASCAR on a super
Okay.
speedway, they put a restrictor plate on it, so it can't go as fast.
I wish they'd go faster. Is there governors on these things?
Not on the, not on these.
No, restrictor, and then you got A class. So
Okay.
A class is,
What age is an A class?
it's adults,
12 to.
12 to.
Someone could be 74 years old racing against Jaxton.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
The age requirements really is for the junior and a restrictor class.
Yeah.
Because you don't have
Did you know all this?
a Jax out there racing against, 10-year-olds.
Jagger, awesome. I would
Jagger,
watch that.
yeah.
Racing against Jagger.
God, he's run his brother off the road probably.
That's gonna be exciting. And then you got A class, and you got outlaw wing. So that's the big.
What the flip does outlaw wing?
So outlaw wings, the full-blown 600 crotch rocket motors, souped up, run on methanol. These cars run on alcohol.
Probably
He just said they run on meth.
50 horse.
He just said they run on meth.
Yep.
Methanol.
Okay, so what do these cars look like? I wish we had one we could show me.
He's probably got a
Yeah,
picture.
let me see. Why right here? One of these. Okay, this is
There
one.
you go.
Well, that's the back.
Well, yeah.
It's what?
That's just the back where he's standing on.
Oh god, my notes just ran. My notes flew off the show.
That's what they look like, Travis.
Okay, yeah, I've seen those. Yeah.
Yep.
And you racing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's the outlaw class.
That's the outlaw wing.
Yep.
outlaw wing, and
Outlaw
Non-wing.
non-wing is just that same car without the wings, the front and the top wing.
that's. And why? Why would you race without the wing?
'Cause it's
I mean, I don't know. I'm asking.
It's just,
Without the wing, it takes a little more driver's skill,
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
And
a little more.
that's a non-wing.
same car, you just take the
Okay,
wings
yeah.
off of.
Is that game you were playing? You were driving one of those, weren't you?
I
You showed me
raced-
a video of a game.
I raced it.
I raced.
World of
It's
Outlaws.
pretty real.
It is very realistic.
Yeah, but
Okay, so
it
what's
takes
after
a
that?
little more, huh?
What's after those? After the
You can go
sprint
to
cars?
midget or sprint cars.
Yeah.
Which,
And that's like,
And you race all these in Marion?
No.
All these?
We don't race the sprint cars. That's the biggest one. We got a dwarf class and Mod Light class. I knew he was gonna-
What'd you just say? On camera, say that again, please.
Called the dwarf class.
Dwarf or dwarf?
it's
Dwarf. Dwarf.
Like DWARF. I mean, this is the only frontier left in America, guys. You can say midget and dwarf. I love racing. I freaking love racing.
I told you
I
you're
just
gonna
said
be
it. I
big.
love racing. Midget and dwarf. This is awesome. I can't wait to hear what the next stuff's called.
Mod Lights.
That's a drink. They sell those at the store.
I like the
Package store sells the mod lights.
So hey,
Track or raceway?
Raceway.
Ooh, that's a bigger word.
Yeah.
It's actually smaller.
I don't know, Russ. If they show JJ Weatherholt, I'm running again. I'm changing the channel.
And then, like a sprint car would be considered it's a 900 horsepower, and it's a bigger frame and chassis than the micros, like what they run in Southern Illinois. But that's what me and Dad are moving into to go race more.
Where do you have to go to race that?
We go to Jacksonville, Illinois, Peevely, Missouri, Farmington, Missouri, and then
West Memphis,
yeah.
Arkansas,
Indiana
Benton, Missouri,
races.
over in Indiana. But they race all over. We've been in Oklahoma. We haven't been with the sprint cars, but they race out in Oklahoma,
been to Nebraska,
Tennessee. They're all over.
Florida, been to Florida.
You got to travel a little more with them than like the micros. Man, having Marion down there has been really good for us because it's close and good place to get experience. And he does an excellent job with the track down there. Everything's really, really well ran. So
Something I noticed is I don't know what happened, but it's not that it was like slow getting the track prep the first few weeks. But whenever I was at the High Banks Hustle, I feel like the track got prepped like almost a
High Banks Hustle.
Yeah.
Is that a dance move?
Yes.
Could be.
TikTok.
Could be.
I think it's on TikTok.
But talk about the prepping of the track and also talk about why did it feel it's so much faster at the High Banks Hustle?
You have a lot more. So we had 115 cars at the High Banks Hustle.
115 cars.
Yeah, that's just race cars.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, they're racing for $12,500 to win too.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, this weekend when the one you're gonna get to watch,
Yes.
13,000 to win.
You gonna race
You have to take taxes out of that. You have to take taxes.
no, there's enough tax write-off in racing. You don't have to worry about that.
Jeff got the right answer there. So if Jax wins, does he get to hold up like a huge check?
Yes.
Yep. That's great. I want that more than anything.
Big check, trophy, get it all.
So race girls too?
That's only an elder.
We need to get that on there.
Yeah, we need to.
I'm
The
just
race girls
thinking-
around here, though, they might be.
There's probably maybe 8 or 10 prestige races that you want to win in the micros.
Okay.
One of them's the shootout, which is in Tulsa, Oklahoma. during
That's big.
Christmas. That's big.
Yeah.
The High Bank Hustle, which is hosted at Marion. The Sprag, that's another big one that's at Marion. And they have some at Port City. What was that, Outlaw Nationals?
Yep, 10,000.
Outlaw Nationals. And then there's a big one coming up this fall at Coles County Speedway.
Where's that at?
$25,000. It's up by Matt Toon.
Okay.
$25,000 to win.
Want to answer?
I'm thinking about getting in. Now, Russ, this is all stuff you guys know and I don't. Explain the track you guys have versus I flip on the TV and, oh, there's Tyler Reddick on TV. How does your track where these guys race different than, because the average person doesn't know. The average person says, yeah, I flipped on ESPN and there's the Coca-Cola 600 or whatever.
That is a big, asphalt concrete track, right? Huge.
Yes.
Ours is an 1/8 mile dirt track. It's elbows up, tight racing.
Elbows up, time racing.
High banked.
High banked.
High banked. Everybody likes the high banking. We got the banking.
Why do they like the high banking? Because there's more wrecks.
Because you're
It's
running
faster.
about
Just faster.
4 inches from the wall.
I'm thinking something terrible. He
These
says.
guys will run the wall. There'll be sparks flying off their right rear. and
So the guys that are
back.
really good are running up that for more speed, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's great.
They won't lift. They will keep it. They keep it hammered down.
How fast do they get going in like your
They're
car?
probably running on that track. I'd say 85 down the straightaway.
Into the corner,
Man,
probably.
I didn't know it was that
75.
fast.
It doesn't look it. It really
85,
doesn't.
90. Jeff, help me out here. This is Dave Severnus, what my dad told me. He said the guys that are good, he said, because he knew I was bringing Shane Cockrum on, he said, Jaxton does this, Shane does this, Caleb, you'll be able to speak on this, Jeff. The guys that are good in the curves. Dad said everybody's good in those straightaways, but the guys that are good, it's kind of like golf, right? Everybody can crank a drive, but
Yeah.
the good ones
Not
can putt. I can't. But,
We
you know what I'm
will.
saying? I mean, is the curves where you make your money?
It's all. I mean, it's.
The track's so small.
Yeah.
You're basically never on a straightaway.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's,
you're
it's
on.
kind of around. You're.
Yeah.
As soon as you get straight, you're turning.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Lot of
it's
lefts.
A lot of
Lot of
lefts.
lefts.
Lot of lefts.
Turn left to go. Turn
You
right to
don't-
go left.
You got to have some reaction time. You don't have much time to think. If you got to think about it,
It's
it's too
over.
late.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
what he does is, he knows it. I mean, he just knows it.
And earlier when he said that everything slowed down,
Yeah.
that's what he's talking like.
Yeah.
When you're
When
in
you're
it,
comfortable in there and it don't feel like you're
Yeah.
going fast, that's Well, it's now he's been in the sprint cars, which they're faster, so it's helped him slow down in the micro, not slow down, but like, you know.
No, I get it.
feels
Process it.
Process it,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But, I mean, them guys, if they have a 30-lap feature and there's not a caution, they're working their butts off them 30 laps. They're, when they
They're
come in, they're
dragging by the
drained.
time that 30.
Yeah, they're
thirty
drained.
laps. Ours, we build a cushion on the wall, and the cushion is
gosh.
dirt.
Okay.
So they'll sling the dirt up, loose dirt, water it down, get it packed, water it down. And when you run on that, the cushion can also bite you.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a cushion, but it can also bite you. So that's
Why
where
is
the
that?
technicality comes in.
Why can't it bite you?
Because if you get on that cushion,
Uh-huh.
it'll suck you in, it'll suck you in the wall,
You're
flip
upside
you in.
down.
Yeah.
Oh, I see some of that.
You'll
You'll
sure
see
you
it.
will.
You'll
This
see
weekend.
it. Yeah, especially non-wing.
Yeah, non-wing, like Jeff said earlier, it's more technical, especially with that.
Yeah.
I'm just happy I'm not calling the race this week.
Be able to watch, huh?
I hate to call the non-wings. It's so hard to see what numbers there
Yeah.
are.
So this is a non-wing race this week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Non-wing only.
And Jeff, how many cars are in the non-wing race?
Well, there'll be, what do you think, there'll be 100 there?
I'm hoping.
There'll be, in the final event, there'll be 24 cars.
24.
That's the max.
That's the max, yeah.
And how many rows is that? Like
12 and 2.
12.
Yeah.
Okay.
2-car. Yeah.
Okay, so 12 and 2.
So it don't take long for the leader to get to the back of the pack if they don't have a caution. So probably 8 laps, if you don't have a caution, the guy that's in the front is already in the back of the lap. They call it lap traffic. So not only are you racing your second, third place guy, now you've got 20 through 24 back there racing with you, so you gotta get through them, so.
Shane's lost on where to go. You guys keep talking.
So I want to ask this. So obviously we have some other raceways around here. Many people might not know about it. But I mean, you have up in Wayne County, you have Red Hill, you have Coles County, all the way down to Missouri. There's several. Talk about what's the difference between certain racetracks. I mean, raceways, all that. Obviously, you mentioned you guys have a eighth of a mile track, but a lot of people don't realize what's the difference between an eighth of a mile track and I know it, but there's a half-mile track, stuff like that. Talk about the difference between that and how it can affect how you race.
From a driver's standpoint, I like the small eighth mile bull rings is what they call them. Just quicker racing, and it's better racing in my opinion. But like the half miles, 3/8 miles, you're going faster, you get more spread out, and it's kind of hard with the micros to pass. But the sprint cars on like a 3/8 mile, that's good racing.
Yeah, 'cause once you get out on it, you get these micros on a big track.
You just get spread
You
out.
just get spread out, and there's racing, but there's really not too much like down here.
Not
smaller
like you see it,
bull rings,
Not
you
like
know.
you'll see it, Marion. this
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah, and the ones around here, like Coles County, Wayne County, Doe Run.
I gotta let him in. You guys keep
They're the
talking.
they're the smaller tracks
Yeah.
too, right? Ours is just
I'm on this side.
we differentiate from them is because of the banking, really.
Yeah.
The high banks.
Me and-
Everybody.
We've been to a lot of racetracks over the country, and definitely SIR is definitely one of the most
Yeah.
coolest places to race.
Where is?
SIR.
SIR.
And-
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you this because I'm clueless. What's the difference between when you race the 8th mile dirt at Caleb's
You
place?
just missed it.
Did you just ask that? I'm not gonna ask it again. We're not gonna ask it. Good job, Jive Turkey.
I tell you what, whenever I played this game,
Oh, here we go with the game.
I do not like those flat tracks. I mean, you talked about you like the high banks a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's probably just because I'm around SIR more, but I do not like it when they're all flat. I'm like,
Sounds boring.
Yeah.
It's not
Probably
good
nobody's
racing.
wrecking.
there's still.
Why am I looking for wrecks?
You'll
I don't want to
find
see a
some.
Dale
Because you be a
Earnhardt.
fan, and
I
that's
don't want
what.
to see it.
Well, if you want to talk about wrecks, let's just talk about the safety of it. How-
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you see these guys wreck, like you probably will this weekend when you come.
When I'm there, Friday,
100% when you
Friday from 7 to 11, Jack said, or Saturday from 7 to 11.
Yeah.
4 hours straight.
Yeah. There's some breaks.
Yeah. you can get
Going
you
back to the
hot
track
dogs or something.
prep, we didn't get to finish track prep. The track prep with the bigger races, I get more people to come in and help me with it, so it just keeps the program going along, because we don't want to be there all night. I don't want the fans being there all night.
Are
I don't want the
fights
racers-
ever break out?
There's fights.
Oh my God, this is awesome. There's fights in the stands?
Not too much in the
do
stands.
people
We're in
drink in the
pits.
stands?
No.
I
Yeah.
hope to see somebody just get a jaw jacked.
We don't know which that. I don't want that.
Okay, he doesn't want that, but Travis does.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm amazed about. I didn't realize it, and you guys could laugh at me, but I didn't realize there were so many different levels, so many different cars. Okay, so when he's not in the Not the midget. What's the one called he's gonna race this weekend?
Micros.
Micro machines. I think.
Micro sprint.
Yeah.
Micro sprint. What's the difference between when you not in the micro sprint versus when you take him to a sprint race?
Well, sprint cars, like I said, they're a lot more horsepower.
Sure.
950. They run bigger tracks.
What's
like
a sprint car? Is what I'm used to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full size car.
Yeah.
Yep.
World of Outlaws.
V8 motor,
What about
V8
those?
motor in them,
What?
car motor.
The bigger World of Outlaws you see on TV
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
They're just a lot more power, a lot faster. So
What brand are you allowed to say that you?
we got the JR1's what we run.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's all kinds, Maxim, J&J, Shanae, Lawson. I mean, there's all kinds of chassis. Just like you just kind of pick the one you know and where you get the best service and go with that.
I mean, I'm telling you, I feel dumb. I did not realize how much. I just say, oh, that guy's really good, you know. So much that goes into the preparation before he races
Yeah.
Friday night.
A lot of them are won in the garage.
Wow. I mean, he's just got one liner after
He's
one
spitting.
liner. One liner after one liner. I mean, a lot of them are won in the garage. What was the best one he said so far?
Speed cost, how fast you
Speed
can go.
cost.
Speed cost.
Speed cost. That is freaking awesome.
He knows.
That's going on my t-shirt when I go do that pizza challenge.
Somebody already won it. You're late to the
Who
challenge.
won?
Some professional
No.
eating person. Yeah, she took the money
Is
and
it that
went.
lady who was
Yeah.
down there?
I've been
By herself.
Yeah, in 7
A
minutes.
woman? She ate what?
That whole pizza in 7 minutes.
I don't believe
By
it.
herself.
Hey,
$1,500.
Unreal. I'm gonna get Joe's to do it. Grady Furlow, we're gonna get the challenge, the pizza challenge at Joe's
With the racer of the week.
with the racer of the week. We're putting you on spot. If Caleb Hilliard's making me go to the racetrack, we're gonna get a racer of the week. I'm just making it happen.
you have to.
It might be the week's racer. Why not week's racer of the week?
That'd be good.
I mean,
So I want to ask this.
yeah, I've asked 14 straight questions. You have to ask some.
Color schemes, how do they come into play? I mean, obviously, but you send me a few pictures of your cars. How do you find, hey, this is what my color is? And I mean, you look around, there's all different colors. I mean, when Braxton Bush came in, I think he had like a green and orange and a black. Talk about how you decide on what your color scheme was, and
We've changed colors probably 3 or 4 times, but we have a guy in, where's he from, Indiana?
Corey.
Yeah.
Corey Big, yeah, he designs them for us, and then he'll send you just kind of call and tell him what kind of colors you want, and he'll send you some drafts, and you pick out what you want, and then
Yep.
he sends them up to KBC Graphics up at Sumner, Illinois, and then they'll print them out and put them on there for you. So
Yep.
you just kind of tell them what you want, and they'll
This is
design
the
it.
colors you're racing now.
No, we got red, white, and blue. We're America now. Yeah.
USA! USA!
Chicago Cubs.
Hate the Cubs. No, I said on the camera, I don't care. Get them off the TV.
You can ask Dad how he got the number 71.
It's a Benton exit.
Exit 71.
It's simple, yep.
I like it. I love it. Okay, so we've got to the dirt track we have at SIR, and okay, so the guy in that room, when he's going to be on here next, what's the difference on the tracks he runs on?
Well, it's according to which car. The Silver Crown, he's on like the half mile,
Right, the magic
Eldora,
mile.
and the mile, and the big miles. So
Wow.
there's a big difference, and he's running 100 laps.
Yep.
We're running at 40 laps. Is it 40 laps for the feature? So he's running 100 miles, and we're running 40 laps on an eighth of a mile. So
Do the math.
Starts out with
Just
a-
made my head hurt.
You do it,
Just
Travis.
made my head
Yeah,
hurt.
go ahead.
My head hurt. 48 times. Say it again, Jeff. How many laps?
which one? Us?
You.
40 laps on an eighth of a mile track.
Is that like 5 miles?
Calculate that up.
It's 5 miles, right? 5 miles?
Yeah.
I'm going with it. Sure.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
yeah.
Sure, 5 miles.
5 miles.
Okay.
Do it after the show, and then if it's not, cut it out.
Yeah, we just leave it. It's better. It's better if it's wrong.
I want to ask this. Talk a little bit about this week. I mean, obviously, you guys shared what you guys had to prepare for, and you just got done prepping before you came here. Caleb, talk about your week and how you've been prepping for the track, and what else do you have left to do?
It starts way ahead of this weekend. We lock in sponsors to help us pay for the race because we'll pay out $50,000 this weekend, all total package.
50G?
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
Come on.
So it's really important to get people in the stands, drivers in the pits,
I'd like to say cheeks in the seats.
cheeks in the seats. Yeah,
Cheeks in the
hey, whatever. But today I was there all afternoon grading the track. We'd already cut it Last Saturday night after the race, we cut it with the tractor, cut it open. And today I graded it all down, and right now there's guys there watering it down. So we'll get moisture start going in it. Tomorrow we got practice from 6 to 9. We'll have the whole track complete, ready to go. And then Thursday, tomorrow night, after that, we'll cut it, grade it, water it,
Start working on it.
start
again.
fresh.
Okay, so this is a guy like me that's clueless. Here's the question, two-part question. What do you do? I know it's a dirt track. I figured that part out at least. What do you do if you have bad weather? Don't answer yet. That's the first part. What do you do if you have bad weather? And what does it take to get in the race like Jaxton's in? Can just anybody show up if they pay money, or do they have to have a certain they have points they've earned? You know, my mind goes back to I'm thinking Winston Cup stuff and all that. You know, I mean, I just said Winston Cup. I just said Winston Cup. I just said Winston Cup. What is it, 1987? I'm 9 years old here.
First part of your question is if it rains, if we don't have the track sealed over, and sealed over is ran in,
Like it's pulled
packed
over.
in.
Okay.
Packed in as tight as we can so the water can run off of it, sheds the water good, which the high banks helps with that.
High banks.
We got some
High banks
drains
hustle.
going to the infield, got drains. It takes a lot, a lot of rain.
Would it
it'll-
stop
it'll
the
affect
race?
us. Oh yeah, yeah, if it starts
If it
raining.
gets muddy, we can't run?
No, no, it gets so slick, it's dangerous, we won't run.
Okay. Who makes that decision?
Yeah,
You do?
yeah.
You have to go before your 3-person board. to make
Well, I
that
mean,
decision.
it's a board decision.
Okay.
I mean, I can give her a recommendation, like if we're
I bet
running.
there's fights over whether you should stop or not stop. I bet
There's
people
fights over
flipping out.
everything.
This is great.
Fights over everything. If they're running on the track and it starts raining and I can see if it's getting slick, dangerous, I will stop it. That would be me.
Okay. He's
Second,
cutting down the fun over here. Caleb's the
I don't want to. I don't
Fun
want to.
police.
I don't want to. Last weekend we had a storm right to our north. We hustled. We was pushing the program along. We got it in.
All right, good
See,
job.
we didn't stop.
Good job.
Second part to your question is, you can, if you've got the right car, equipment, safety equipment, you have to have the safety equipment.
What the heck? Okay.
Belts, fire suit, helmet. It's got to be.
Where's a helmet for me to wear?
I should have brought
I should wear a helmet. I should have to wear a
You
helmet.
can this weekend.
Yeah, you can wear
Yes,
mine.
I'm gonna wear it in the stands. I'm serious. I'm wearing a helmet in the stands.
Yeah.
They'll think something's wrong with me.
We'll get him some tear-offs, he can be up there with him,
Tear
tear-offs.
He'll be on the fence.
Yeah.
Tear off.
Yes.
But no, you gotta have the right proper equipment. But yeah, it's not invitation only. It's, I mean, if you've got a race car that size with the motor
Do
and
you
everything.
stop at a certain number? Like, hey, we got too many
No.
people in it. What do you do if there's 300 people that want to race? How do you do that?
Just run 'em.
You run them.
30 heat races of 10.
Yeah.
Be more heat races.
Be a long night. Be more heat races, qualifiers, you know.
I'm gonna make this statement right now. This is why we live in the best country
That's right.
in the world. Do other countries race like us? I know, the
Australia-
Italians and
Australia races a lot of dirt
Hey, we'll
tracks like
have
us.
at least one Aussie there this
Yeah.
week.
Aussie.
Yeah.
I don't
One
remember.
guy, where's we from?
Wild Hoffman's?
Well,
He's from like New England or
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
He's a Kiwi.
I remember the first time I saw that when I was calling the race, and I was like, I thought it said like SA or something like that on there.
South
I thought-
Africa.
I thought he was like from like San Antonio or something.
Did you say good night, mate? Put another shrimp on the bobby.
Yeah, they fly over.
You take like the shootout the week of there, they run six classes in there, 5. There's
Yeah.
1,800 entrants.
1,800.
1,800. For all the way from
My
California to
gosh.
Pennsylvania, Florida to Washington.
It's all indoors.
It's all
In the winter.
indoors, quarter-mile track indoors.
Travis is going to be,
My mind's
after
gonna be-
this weekend,
I'm
you're
in-
going to be racing.
I'm in-
He's
I'm in.
going to be going this winter.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep,
going.
get the shootout.
Okay, so I heard guys
We'll
talk
be at
about. I've heard you talk about it. I've heard Andy Sloan talk about it. I know you've. What's the Chili Bowl? I hear that's a big.
That's-
What's that one?
That's the same place the shootout's
It's the
at.
midgets.
It's the midgets.
The
It's the midgets.
midgets. Is that the dwarfs too?
No, just midgets. Dwarfs are not allowed to come
Racing is
there.
great. This is the last frontier of awesomeness in this country. Pro wrestling and racing. I don't think they should ever be stopped. Ever.
The Chili Bowl
There you
is
go.
one of the premier events you want to win if you're a midget racer. Shane, he's been up there several times and run.
Shane, you've been running midgets?
He's run midgets.
Yeah. Shane runs midgets!
So I want to ask, Jaxton, do you think, obviously you talked about you've ran some sprint cars now, but do you think you'll ever move to midgets, stuff like that?
I've ran a couple of midget shows. They're just so expensive. With Toyota's a big thing in that, and I think a motor now is like $90,000. They get like 15 nights out of them.
My goodness.
That's to be competitive, but
Oh my.
the sprint cars are the sprint
Is
cars.
that why the sponsors are so big to be able to?
Yeah.
Yeah. Toyota pours a lot of money into the racing
Yeah.
series.
But yeah, we've had like the sprint cars. We've had good success. We've been up front at the hustle in the Sprag multiple times.
We've locked in the hustle. We'd locked in about 3 or 4 years in a row.
We
But
ran-
this year we didn't even make the show, so
we
that's how
were-
competitive
Yeah,
it is.
it's
We didn't
How many
make it.
guys his age are doing this now?
a
Oh,
lot.
there's a lot.
Yeah.
Like all over the country, thousands?
Oh yeah.
But
Probably,
anymore, man, they're so more young.
They're getting
Yeah.
younger.
They're getting younger every
Yeah.
year. Racing these cars, you'll see them
And
get
there's
out.
a bunch of people that just rent the cars for their kids. I mean, they'll show up and it's $3,000 for the weekend, and they just pay it, and they'll run 50 races a year or 60.
At
And they just-
$3,000.
Yeah, there's
They ride.
there's people from New York coming in. Their kid is renting a car and they're having the helmet, everything shipped.
Is that the helmet I get to wear?
Yep.
I mean, you might be able to wear it. I don't know.
Okay, here's another question for you, because this is stuff you guys think about that the average Joe on the street. Here's what I'm trying to make people understand racing more. Obviously, 5 dudes, 2 more in there, 7 guys. How about females in racing?
Yes.
Do they race in the same race as you?
Yep.
Yep.
At all levels, do they race in the
Yep.
same? I
Yep.
just broke
No
the
women's,
microphone.
no women's division.
Okay.
And there's some of them that are more aggressive than us. And
Yeah.
They'll run you over, and they're fast. And
That's awesome.
yep.
Do you have any local talent in Southern Illinois that's females that race?
Yeah, I mean Natalie Hubbard,
Yeah, Natalie
from
Hubbard.
up here in Benton, she's been running well. She's been
Yeah.
moving up. I think she's running A class a little bit
A-class
now.
now.
And
Tony does tires.
So we got to do tires.
Yeah,
Tony does tires.
Yeah.
That's her dad, right?
yeah,
Tony Hubbard, yeah.
yeah. There's several females that are really good.
Yep.
You know,
Kara King years
Yes.
and years ago from Vienna, she was really good, really good.
Yep.
Russ, keep firing away, bud, because I've asked 53 questions.
We're about 45 minutes into this segment.
Just keep me going.
I gotta ask before we get you out of here.
Oh, we can't let him. Shane can hang out.
Well, this is gonna take a long time, I'm sure. We gotta explain this. Talk about what this race is. I mean, obviously we talked about it's non-wing, but talk about everything that goes into it as far as what type of races you're gonna be doing, how many laps it's gonna be, and just obviously we talked about what you prepped so far, but any last minute preparations that might happen. I mean, talk about what's gonna be going into this weekend for you guys.
What's it called again this weekend?
The Sprag.
Terry Sprague Memorial. So Terry Sprague raced for years out of the SIR.
Okay.
He got killed in a motorcycle accident. So they
Did
come
you know
up with
him,
this
Jeff?
race.
Yes.
Okay.
Come up with this years ago in honor of him,
That's cool.
and it just
Is he
it
from
started
Southern Illinois?
out-
Carterville.
Okay,
Carter.
so Carter.
My dad actually drove a sprint car for Terry's dad, which was Glenn Sprague. And
Wow.
so that's why it'd be special for us to win it, because we used
Yeah.
to.
They had his-
drive for Sprague.
They
That's
had
awesome.
Terry's old race car at the track last year.
Yeah.
There, and he I'm gonna throw a curveball at you, but
I'm excited.
the car led the 4 wide salute at the. So they go 4 wide for the fans
On the parade lap.
on the parade lap of the big race.
Well, there's a lot of
24
terms
cars.
here you guys are using. I mean, you guys are just throwing a bunch of stuff out here.
Yeah.
We
my
could be
cousin-
making it up, Travis. You don't even know.
I know, you can, honestly, Jeff, you guys can say anything, I'd be going,
I was right. You're gonna find out for yourself though.
Friday night from 7-Eleven or Saturday from 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
What?
just-
No, nothing on Sunday, just Friday and Saturday?
I'd recommend going
Unless it
Saturday.
rains.
Saturday's the big night?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Saturday it is.
Saturday's the.
I'll get
best
Big
time.
Dave to go too.
Yeah.
We'll get Big Dave to go. He'll probably try to take selfies and give out pins. Sorry, Russ asked a question, I hijacked it.
No, it's all right. Preparation, a lot goes in. There's a lot of people that
A lot of volunteers?
a lot of volunteers. That's all it is volunteers out there. That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
You're the only one, you're taking all the money.
No. I'm a volunteer too.
Oh my gosh! Concession,
why-
someone's making some money.
Yeah, I mean
It's a club,
we make money. It's a club run track, so
I got
everybody it's a volunteer base.
but he puts in I mean, they don't tell how much time he puts in on his own time just because he enjoys racing and wants to have a good place for us to race. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they
He's getting brownie points here. I mean, we better
Come Saturday.
Can he get a good spot for sure? Can we lock that in? Since I have to lock something, can he get locked in?
Hey, you get in trouble, Travis.
I get what?
You can get in trouble for that.
What for what?
Trying to get me locked in.
I didn't edit that. I don't want Jax to get in trouble. I want him to win fair and square.
That's right.
Oh my gosh, Russ, keep asking this stuff. This is good. This is helping. John Shammi's glasses are terrible. I mean, my God, his head's humongous.
He's one of the most interesting people I've ever seen in my life.
He's super smart. His head's huge.
Just talking about the injuries racing, I'm sure
Yes.
Caleb's
Yeah.
seen a bunch.
Yeah.
Are they bad?
Yeah, Daniel Robinson, right? He was like one of the first big wrecks of the year.
Yep.
Who?
Daniel Robinson.
Where's he from?
Ewing, it's the
Ewing
guy.
brought us
in.
Yeah, it's the guy I tried to get you.
Oh, well, yeah. Sorry, we didn't get Daniel. We got Shane Cockrum. We got the big dog in there. That's next Tyler. That's next Tyler Reddick in there.
That's right. The biggest thing that I fear for the drivers is fires.
Oh God.
Alcohol, you really can't see it. It burns,
Sure.
It's pretty.
That methanol stuff you talking about.
Methanol.
But it burns, you can't, like I said, you can't see it, it burns clear.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that's the main thing. So you got a lot of lines going every
Yeah.
which way. They get ripped off. Stuff's hot.
Yep.
That's the biggest fear because these guys are buckled in tight. They got Hans device. They got helmets. They got
Arm
gloves. It's hard
restraints.
to,
Your arms can't get outside if you go flipping, hold your arms in. But there's,
So I'm assuming there's fire department. Is there like a fire
just
truck there or anything?
No,
the crew.
Just a guy with a water hose.
Yeah.
His old show.
Water 'em down.
Hey man, look at this thing.
No, we got.
That's
we
my
got.
job. I'm gonna be the guy with the hose.
There you go.
Little water hose.
We have a lot of special fire extinguishers on all side by sides 4-wheelers. There's each corner has them. There's 3 in the middle of the infield. There's
Does
a
it
lot.
happen often where you have to put a fire out?
I don't even want to talk about it, but
Oh wow.
No.
Knock on.
Yeah. We had one several years ago. Zach Grogan. He's from Kentucky. He still runs out there, but what is he? He's older than you.
21,
Yeah.
20-ish.
He's older than
he
Jackson.
got burnt.
But
Really?
he was during hot laps. He pulled into the infield. Again, you can't see it burn. It's not like smoke and flames, right? So I just happened to look and see him. He's ripping stuff off, and he's young. Well, he raised the mask, his visor on the helmet, and took his glove off. And I started jerking, and I had fire extinguisher in this hand, and this hand fire extinguisher. I was jerking him out of the car with this one
Oh, wow.
and spraying the fire that way, trying to get it down. It burned him right here where his Nomex wasn't his mask, and it burned his hand. My shirt was melted, where his suit was so hot and everything. That's, I think, to me,
Yeah, that's fire is one of the biggest
Fire's
fears.
the-
Cause you got 30 seconds to get out. And let's say you crash really hard. I mean, you'd be disoriented. You're not sure where you're at,
Yeah.
trying to get your composure to get out. So safety crew is very important.
So who is the safety crew?
volunteers.
Volunteers.
Other
Marion
They're all
has a
volunteers.
Yeah.
Marion has a very good.
Talk about the safety crew. Obviously, I see that whenever I'm out there. You guys get on top of stuff really, really quick. But talk about what defines a caution for you guys. Obviously, I mean,
Caution.
there's a big
What is that? That's a cuss word.
And talk about the difference between a yellow caution and a red caution, all that stuff.
What is this, like soccer? They get a little yellow card, a red card, they get in trouble?
Flags.
You guys get in trouble?
You
No,
get in
that's
trouble,
the
you get the
black
black flag.
That's
Oh, I
flag.
thought that was
They point the
bad.
black flag at
Yeah.
you, you're in trouble.
That means you have to
That's
stop.
kinda like detention in school.
I've been there,
You're gonna
been
be.
there,
Yeah, haven't we all?
been there, it is.
A caution for us, any spin out, we have a rule at our track. It's not at every track, but we have a rule at our track. If you spin out for any reason, yellow flag, you go to the rear of the field. Even if you wasn't necessarily involved in that and you stop, unfortunately, it takes out a lot of the judgment calls like, hey, well, he wasn't in it, he just stopped for the wreck. Well, it's hard to keep a track on.
I can see this when the fights come in.
20, yeah, exactly. That's where people are standing at the gate wanting to talk to me. Wanting to scream and yell and everything. So a red flag is any flip. I would call a fire, red flag. That stop, that's for the safety of our crew going out there to the razors.
Just get debris.
Fast as I can. That's a caution. Debris, caution.
Jeff, how cool is it to be able to do this? You grew up with your dad doing it, then you were racing yourself. now to be with both your boys. Talk about that.
Well, it's just a family sport, you know. It's like, I had somebody ask me once, they're like, well, you think they're gonna be NASCAR racers or something? And I said, no, but you know what? I know where they're at every Friday and Saturday night. They're not out getting in trouble. We're racing. We load up in the motorhome and take off. I mean,
Look like everybody's gonna know where Travis Severn is
yeah,
this weekend.
Friday and Saturday night.
No worries, Dave. I don't know your wife's
Hey!
name. I don't know your wife's name. but Melissa,
she'll
no
be
worries.
excited.
No worries. You know where he's
She'll be
at.
excited.
But it's kind of like, you know, travel baseball, travel basketball.
Sure.
Just something we enjoy doing and we're passionate about it. And we just load up, take off and every weekend from usually about April till November. We're
Wow.
there. So, and then there's a
For
few
you at
indoor
numbers,
races.
that's 7 months.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool what you guys do. And also, I want to ask you this: how cool is it? And you guys can touch on this, but how cool is it that you said you guys all grew up around it. How cool is it that you're still involved in it, even though you're not a kid anymore? It's not
He's a
sport.
kid at heart.
I mean, it's not like basketball or football and all that. I mean, there's a certain time period until you have to stop playing all those. I mean, you keep going in racing.
Yeah. Well, like Sammy Swindell, he's 70 years old and he just won a feature the other night.
Is that like Cole Swindell's relation?
It's his dad. No, it's not.
Trevor's like, wait,
Really? Is he gonna be there Friday? I think I'll
that'd
Cole
be
Swindell. Cole Swindell would like to have you. SIR. I'm sure he's a big fan of the show. Hey, tell these guys who followed the page.
You already told me.
I told Jackson, Denny Hamlin.
Denny Hamlin followed the page.
I think he's gonna be coming on soon.
That's what I'm talking about.
I was sitting there, I was on my phone. I was playing Minecraft.
Oh my
it
God,
was
Ross. We're gonna have to get you a date.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I switch over to the page just to clear the notifications out. Next thing I know, it says 45 minutes ago, Denny Hamlin followed. I was like, what?
I'm like, come on. I said, like the real one? Like not a.
He's got the check mark.
Is that a fake one here?
Yeah, he's another one that come up through the ranks, you know.
How many? You talk about the ranks, but talk about like I used to hear the stories of Shane. You've probably raced. We'll ask Shane when he comes on here in a minute, but like Tony Stewart and these guys. I've heard them talk about the love of the dirt track and all that versus, I mean, nothing against NASCAR. They made millions of dollars. They've got a great life, a career from it. But how many of these guys that you see on a Sunday now came up doing what Jaxton did now?
A lot of them.
Did most, Jeff? Did most guys
A lot
start?
of them did. I mean,
I'd say most.
some of them did, but most of them, I mean, a lot of them did come from the dirt tracks.
Yeah, like we said, Tyler Reddick raced at SIR several times back in the day.
Why is he so good? Like, how old is Tyler
That's
Reddick?
all, I mean, been here since he was probably 7 years old
Big
racing.
horn, yeah.
Yeah, and
That's all he's done.
That's all he's done. I mean, if they homeschooled him, they were sold out to racing.
Yeah.
And
Christopher Bell's raced there.
Yeah,
He won
Christopher Bell.
this race
Same
coming on.
way.
He's won it.
Tony Stewart, he grew up racing quarter midgets, go karts. Come up.
I like Tony because he liked to fight.
Yeah. Yeah, Tony.
I like the guys that got a hot head like me.
He'll tell
There's
you
a
how
lot.
it is.
Well, you're gonna love it then.
Yes. You know, but I'm gonna say this. Jax, I've always noticed this when he's played sports. He's cool, calm, and collective. Not like Trav. Jeff, you're cool, calm, and collective. Caleb, you seem a little more like me, a little nuts maybe. A little bit more.
I mean, I'm in a position where I have to keep my head.
Yes.
A lot of times I don't want to because when you, as a driver, and there's something happens on the track,
Yeah.
or a crew member, and you're only watching that one car, right?
Sure.
You're hyper focused on that one. I'm trying to watch 24.
Right.
I can't keep track of all the cars. And like I say, at the driver's meeting, I'm human. I'm going to make a mistake. I try my best, but it's going to happen. They don't see it like that. Like you get out, your adrenaline's running, you're mad.
Yes.
You want to scream and yell and cuss and everything.
Yes.
Fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
How honestly, I think it helps you in basketball and other sports, but how do you stay so, you're always relaxed. Like, don't you think that helps you in racing?
Yeah, it's more of a reputation thing. You don't want to, at the racetrack, you don't want to be known as a hothead. I mean, we love it and we want to be competitive, so, but just to keep your composure and like when you're racing, it's the same thing. When you get passed or get hit and you get mad and you want to wreck them, you end up taking yourself out. You just stay calm and try and pass them try and get to him and pass him on the next lap.
Lose 5 pounds or something. You know, I hear about these guys in some of these races like, oh, I lost 12 pounds. You know,
People talk about like how conditioned basketball is. A lot of those people could not get in the car and do 35 laps on an elbows up track.
I'm gonna have to do this sometime. We're gonna get me in on these.
He's got a lot of G's. I mean, just holding that helmet up, right there around the track.
Give Travis 3 laps.
Yeah.
21 cars, Travis.
I know.
He's got a car.
Jeff's gonna put me in
Yeah.
the car. He's got 20. I'm gonna get in
We
the
need
car.
to try it.
I would like to.
That's more realistic than trying
gotta
to
have
race
to-
the
you have
bike.
to-
I'm not gonna ever race the bison.
got one
I
of
said I was
these
gonna
box
race the
cars.
bison.
That's the one.
Well, I said for months I was gonna race a bison, and then I started. At Jesse's farm, you know, you guys are related.
Yeah.
I said I was gonna race one of these bison, and then Russell finally said, "Travis, they can run. How fast?
35 mile per hour.
35 mile per hour. What do they weigh?
About that time.
Come on. Can you imagine when those hit me? That's 2,000 pounds.
Yeah.
35 mile an hour.
They're gonna
I mean-
been hit.
Hey, these are only 775
Yeah.
pounds.
Yep. Requirement.
But if you're gonna come and drive one, you're gonna have to bring your own depends.
Yeah.
I need them. I need them.
You need them.
You don't need.
I probably don't have a suit that'll fit.
Yeah, there's weight
Your
requirements
sons
too.
are thin. There's no suit to fit me.
Not saying that about you or anything. I'm just saying 775 pounds is the weight.
I don't weigh that much.
No, I'm saying the car, driver, everything, equipment, everything. You
gotta
have
weigh that at
scales.
the end of the race.
I gotta get on a scale.
Yeah.
Yep. In front of everybody too.
If you are light,
I'm gonna do like UFC. I'm gonna wear my little skivvies and come
or
out there.
DQ, you'd be like Ricky. He'll catch on fire. Be like
Yeah,
Ricky
there you
Bobby.
Bobby.
Ricky Bobby's my all-time favorite. I love Ricky Bobby. He ain't first or last.
That's right.
He's the greatest. Is he? I mean, Ricky Bobby, seriously.
He's pretty good. He's
I mean, come
He's up
on,
there.
man.
He's
You
up
know, he made his little golf movie here recently, and that was okay, but
Hawk.
the Hawk,
Yeah.
Ricky, he's Ricky Bobby for me. I mean,
Oh,
Will Ferrell,
oh,
you're
he's-
Ricky Bobby to me. Maybe Harry Carey too. Hey, everybody. But he was pretty good starting out live, Will Ferrell. But
I've got a couple important questions.
he's got, yes. Russ,
These are the most important
I got the
questions.
stupid Cubs on now, so I'm getting. Shane, are you a Cubs fan? You bet. Oh, his interview's over.
Oh,
My God, Cub fan.
First one is
Can't go to heaven.
regardless of class, regardless of everything. What's your favorite track? I mean, it could be
Start
asphalt.
with Jeff and go around.
It could be asphalt. It could be dirt. What's your favorite track and what's your favorite class?
Well, mine is dirt tracks, and probably sprint cars. If I had a choice to go watch anything, it'd be sprint cars. World of Outlaws especially, or a high limit series that's just the best of the best, and it's exciting. On a smaller, like 3H track, it's really good. Micros, a small 8th mile track like Marion, smaller tracks are better for them, so
Well,
that's our preference.
I'm a sprint car guy, but I-55 in Peebly, Missouri is probably my favorite.
Why is that?
It's fast, it's small, it's
It's a dirt track.
yeah,
High banked.
yeah, it's pretty cool. But SIR is a great track as well.
yeah. I'm gonna echo I-55. I like I-55. You have the crown jewels, Eldoras, the Knoxvilles,
Sure,
the sprint cars. Those, you see the bigger names there, all the hype and everything. But just close around here, Peebly, Missouri it puts on some good racing.
Good races.
Didn't Paducah used to have a track?
They still do.
Do you guys ever race there?
No,
We had one. We were supposed to race.
And why
there.
is it? What happened to that place? Because it used to be kind of a hot place, wasn't it? Back?
Yeah, it was. It just went through some ownerships and bad time, but the people that's got it now, they're trying to.
He's trying. He's just been plagued with bad weather.
bad weather.
That's where Tony drove
Weather.
before, didn't he? Didn't he race in Paducah?
I think did he own that track?
Yeah,
I think he and
Okay.
him and Schrader and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earnhardt, somebody owned it for a little bit.
But this year, it's every time he's tried to race,
It's rained.
micros are in,
Yeah.
it's rained every time.
Come on, Lord, help us out.
And I got one more question before we get to the most important.
We're gonna talk Canes and Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Yes. But what? Yes. Yes. Where's why have so many people come from all over the area? I mean, you look at there's people from all over Kentucky coming up here, and obviously for this big race coming up this week, and there's people coming from all over the country. I saw maybe California, maybe Texas on that. I'm not sure, but there's people coming from all over. Why do people travel so much to just little bitty Marion, Illinois, right here in Southern Illinois?
$13,000.
Yep.
and a lot of
Yeah,
it
the
is
prestige.
you win this race, your name gets out there, and
Yeah.
someday if somebody that owns a car puts you in theirs, and you don't have to pay the bills. That's big.
Yeah.
I mean, the Wiggs are the king of the one-liners. I mean,
Yeah, you put the money. That's the thing. You put the money out, they will come, right? That's the hope
Money
and
out, they
dream.
will come.
Yeah.
Money out, they will come.
The hope
If
and
it's a
dream
free
is
race,
to
there'll be
have.
4 cars in it.
No, you
Four
probably
cars
still
in
have
it.
30 or 40.
Yeah, I mean, on a weekly night, last Saturday we had 83. You know. So,
And anybody getting paid?
yeah. Not 13.
Not
grand.
13 grand.
Dude,
Yeah.
is there always a payout from
Yeah,
when they win the
it's
race?
500 to win most of the time down
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
A lot of places are 1,000. I mean, you know, it's
How much fuel will you use? Like, what will it
In
cost for him?
micros?
What will it cost for him to race Saturday night?
for the weekend. Probably the time we pay to get all of us in and everything, you're probably looking at $600-700.
Dang. I feel better about travel baseball.
No, what we try to keep doing to the track, to our little small track, is upgrades. Like, you got to have something that gets these guys
Yes.
to want to come there to spend their money. You want to have the cheeks in the seats.
Cheeks and seats,
You
baby.
know, get the upgrades. We got to have a quicker turnaround
Get
of
'em in and
events,
out.
get them in and out. Nobody wants to be there till 1 o'clock. I don't want to be there because I'm
No.
usually the first one there.
Yeah.
So
The last one to leave.
I don't want to be there that long either. So the best thing to do is a quick, efficient show, like you was talking about the hustle. That's what we want. We want them in and out. We want them rolling. We want a good show, a quick show.
If someone wants to follow what goes on at the racetrack, what's the website and stuff for them to?
We're on Facebook,
Facebook
Southern
page.
Illinois Raceway, SouthernIllinoisRaceway.com
Okay.
website. Everything you need to know about this weekend is on there. And every weekend, we post something every weekend to show what's going on. So
What does it cost to get in the stands for?
this weekend is adults $15, children is 10, and then 3 and under are free.
That'll be me, because I'm on the house, because I came on the show.
Yeah. So that's
Hey, pay a dime!
Pit pass.
I'll
Cheap
get
en-
pit pass. I'll
cheap
get down in
entertainment.
there. Yeah, cheap family
It
entertainment.
is.
family entertainment.
We
Yeah.
get national anthem.
Oh,
Yes. Oh yeah.
Who's singing it?
You.
Oh, see.
Never mind.
Can I do that? Like Ron Head.
Hey,
Yeah.
we'll have a girl there riding a horse with the American flag around the track.
I'm telling you, man,
We
wrestling and racing. I
We
don't
got
think anything's more
fireworks.
American.
We got fireworks.
This is why we don't lose wars, guys. We have racing, we have wrestling in this country. We have what? Fireworks and stuff?
Fireworks, yeah.
And they pray before.
Guarantee they don't have that in Iran.
Hey,
Yep.
you know
There's some fireworks going on right now.
There are some fireworks, but they ain't got racing and they ain't got wrestling.
hey, you know they pray before every race too.
This
Yeah.
is great. Greatest sport.
Stand for the national anthem too.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what, I'm getting fired up right now. Gosh, I wish AJ Foyt was alive.
He is.
Is he still? Is he still?
Yeah.
God, was he 103?
He's in his 90s. I
I mean, I thought he was like, he's been gone for 20 years.
Most important question now.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
One
There
more.
you go.
No, I got one more thing I was going to think before asking the food question. I had a good one too. What is the biggest difference between, and I'm going to ask it, between what you guys do versus what the Europeans do? Because I know that's big. I know it's trickled over in the U.S. over the years. What's the biggest difference between this kind of racing and what are those cars called? The
Formula One.
Formula
It's-
One stuff.
What we do is circle dirt track racing, and it's, in my opinion, more entertaining. But what the Europeans do, it's like a road course,
That sounds terrible.
and it's
You pick out a
Like
spot.
Michael Schumacher, that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
But he's making a bunch of money though.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of money.
It takes a lot of talent to do that stuff too.
Yeah.
It's not as exciting to us.
It's just
or-
so boring.
It's boring, yeah. And NASCAR, I mean,
Yeah.
the last 20 laps is what you want to watch.
Yeah, the first part.
You know, so
I'll tell you the truth. I don't watch the NASCAR races when they're on.
You
the
said you
road
wanted to work
course.
for him.
No, I'm talking when they're on the road course. I don't watch them.
yeah.
It's just like I want to watch some. You know, I know that people are like, they're just going around circles.
Why do they have the road courses, guys? What do you know?
We
You
don't
guys have been
really
around
know.
it. Do you know?
But
I don't know.
probably somebody has a road course track and they got some pool and they revenue the money, so that's what they do.
Say Suzuki just said.
But like Bristol,
Yeah,
Tennessee, if you wanted to go to a good NASCAR race,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bristol,
Bristol.
Tennessee would be one.
Because it's a smaller.
small half-mile banked. It's an
Half-mile
exciting
banked.
NASCAR race.
A lot of rubbing and
That's
racing.
why I don't like drag racing. It's like,
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Quick, done.
Yeah. Whew. All right, Russ.
Most important question.
Most important question. Hey, the Cubs are winning. Boo!
All right, so this is the most important question on the show. We
I'm
ask it
going
every
to one
week.
of these places tonight. When I get Brody out of football, I'm going to one of these
You
places.
can make an excuse, and you have to. It's on the way home.
It's on the- It is on the way home.
Yeah.
20 miles from here.
We gotta ask: Cane's or Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
You gotta give your reasons.
I can eat canes. My daughter loves canes, but there's not really that much flavor for me.
Okay.
More options at Chick-fil-A.
What do you get at Chick-fil-A?
Just regular
Chicken.
sandwich.
You get the same.
Just chicken sandwich.
Thanks, Jax, on that one. Chicken.
Well, I'm a Canes guy.
You get what? You get the sandwich?
Just sandwich, yeah.
Okay, you get the waffle fries and all that stuff? Okay.
I mix it up with mac and cheese too. That's good.
Okay. What's your sauce you get there?
Honey roasted barbecue.
That's a good one.
Okay, honey roasted barbecue. Not the Chick-fil-A sauce or like Reggie Norman was going Polynesian. I heard Polynesian.
Polynesian's all right, but Chick-fil-A or the honey roast barbecue is my favorite.
Honey roast barbecue. Okay, Chick-fil-A. Jax, why Canes?
It's the sauce. That's what it is.
Sauce. You love the sauce.
It's good. It's good stuff.
And
Their bread. Their bread's good.
people say they love the bread. What's the one girl that catcher for Carterville? What'd she do?
That's the third baseman, Taryn Ford.
Taryn Ford. Sorry.
She's
The catcher was on that one.
she
time.
said that she splits the bread
Shane
in
Bennett's
half,
daughter.
and then she puts the fries on there, and then she puts chicken tender on there. She makes a sandwich.
Oh,
That's Jim Ford's daughter.
and she's a third baseman.
She's going to Wichita State.
Yeah, Wichita State, go Shockers.
Go Shockers, yeah. So you're Canes, and you like the cane sauce?
That's what it is.
Everybody likes the cane sauce.
Yeah, it's
Like people that like canes, they love. We've interviewed a trillion people. I'm speaking evangelically there. Probably not a trillion, but close. No one that likes canes has ever said I don't like their sauce.
Yeah.
Anyone that ever picks canes likes their sauce. You know, like not everyone at Chick-fil-A picks the same sauce.
I like their chicken nuggets.
You know, all right, I do.
And I like the buffalo sauce. So,
Oh.
and they have good chicken sandwiches too. Good iced tea.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Trav gets an Arnold Palmer. Unsweet tea,
Not
lemonade.
mad at that either.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's Milo's right there, boys. That's Milo's lemonade, Milo's unsweet tea. Melissa hates it, says it's gross. Me and Big Dave, it's my dad's go-to.
Hey, do we get a new story for tonight? Are you making a new one? Kind of. You go see Brody.
I haven't. She's mad at me. She said, I can't believe you talked about that on the show. She said, that's I got in trouble. I said, honey, I think you ever pay attention to the show. She goes, well, I've had people tell me that you talked about it. I was in trouble. I mean, Brody and Melissa thought life was over. They thought the world's coming to an end. We're right by Kentucky Oaks Mall. They thought life was done. They could see the big cloud. Trey's like, just go, Dad, go. We got to get to Florida.
You know, I was skeptical of coming on here because you had
You scared?
Austin Brown
Yeah?
a couple weeks ago.
Why? What did we do?
He's big time.
He's big as SIR.
No, but football.
I mean, are you a Colts fan?
I am. Absolutely.
I hope he makes the roster, man.
I do too.
That would be awesome. He's still there right now?
As far as I know.
Yeah.
I hope I get to watch him.
It is pretty cool to have.
Yeah.
We say this all the time, but I won't name drop, but someone said they really like that, and I get this from my father, and I will not hold back from it. I don't care. I'm a shameless promoter of this area. I really am.
Yeah.
We so much in this state we hear about Chicago and up north, and I'm not going to sit here and talk like I'm against the north, maybe, but not on this show.
I don't like the Bears.
I do love the Bears.
Oh my
I
God.
don't like
I love the Bears. Russell, we're not
my
talking about the flipping Packers on here. We're not talking about the
Oh,
Packers.
that's even worse.
He's a Packers fan. But,
Moving on.
yeah, exactly. But I'm serious. We have a lot of homegrown talent in this area. Whether it's racing, whether it's golf, basketball, football, cross country, track, all the women's sports we have with softball and volleyball. I mean, honestly, we've talked about this before. Russ is 19. I'm 110 years old. Jeff, I feel good though. Finally, I'm not the oldest guy for once.
That's right.
Finally, I'm not. Every week, I'm the oldest because I'm older than you. I know I'm older than Shane. A lot of talent, and as much as I'm telling you, if Russ said Travis was doing a show 7 days a week, I'm saying this seriously, and I'm not trying to be a salesman. There's enough people to talk we could have a show every day. I mean, there's so much going on in this area.
It's not even just sports.
No,
You got a lot of good people in our area,
Yep.
and I don't know. I love Southern Illinois.
I do too.
I seriously, if they told me to come down to Charlotte and help out in NASCAR, I might consider it. But I would.
Yeah.
I really love Southern Illinois. It's probably gonna be the place I live for the rest of my life.
All right, Russ. Appreciate that.
Travis Severn is going to be a racing fan now.
I am. I am.
So let's lock this down. What day are you
I'm
coming?
gonna say Saturday.
Saturday?
Yeah, because that's the money day,
That's
right?
the big- that's the
I
big
show up for
thing.
the big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't showing up for the little stuff. I'll show up for the big time.
Don't tell anybody you're coming.
What's the thing they say to start the race?
Gentlemen, start your engine.
Do I get to yell that somehow?
yeah.
Can we get him in the flag stand Saturday?
I think I can make that happen.
do that.
They can stand up there and just see him
What do I
come by.
get to do?
You can fly.
Wave the flags.
Oh,
Wave
this
the
is
green
great.
flag.
This is great. Gentlemen, start your engines.
You go up there with Jay Harden.
Why am I talking into it like I have to speak into that?
Yeah, I don't know.
You go up there with Jay Harden and do the PA with them.
Who?
He would be good at it.
James Harden.
Yeah, you didn't know.
You have
that
James
guy?
Harden at your racetrack. That's awesome,
You
dude.
know.
I thought
Jay Harden. DK, he'll be out of town
I thought
Saturday
Darren
night.
Kennard does the.
He'll be there Friday night. He won't be there Saturday.
So Saturday night, who will do the?
Jay Harden.
Who's Jay Harden?
And Travis Seven.
And Travis. Oh man, this is epic. This is epic.
Telling you.
He's I don't know. You guys know him more than I do. He's big into dirt racing. Does he live up like Bloomington?
Mm-hmm. Been around it a long time.
He can teach you about racing.
I like it. I like it. We want to ask him last. I gotta get out of here. Anything?
We covered their favorite classes, their Canes or Chick-fil-A and everything like that.
Nothing else?
I just go support your dirt tracks.
That's where your tracks.
Amen.
How many
Whether it be here, wherever.
And we appreciate you having us on and trying
Yeah.
to bring awareness. Cause
Yeah.
Yep.
if anybody wants to see a good race this weekend, come out to Marion because
That's right.
it'll be some of the best to be there.
Follow Travis Seven there.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord God.
Caravan.
Good convoy.
Yeah.
Eric Convoy.
And he'll take you to Chick-fil-A after.
I get to
right.
see midgets.
No.
No midgets.
I mean, there might.
They'll be there
Possibilities.
sometime.
That was back in,
We had midgets already this
back
year.
in late May.
Wait till he finds out Rico.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Guys, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I know you guys are
Yeah,
super
thank
busy, life going on, but
We'll see Canes Phillips up there soon.
we will see Cadence Phillips out there soon.
Yeah.
Hey, Cadence Phillips said on the show she got Gatorade Player of the Year, but she was more excited about getting
Ballin4God Player of the Year.
Ball4God Player of the Year. I mean, Gatorade.
Who
You're making
cares?
Gatorade. Ball4God
cares?
Player of the Year. She got her own special T-shirt.
That's right.
Special one.
Pink.
Pink one. Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming on, and I don't know, I'll be there all weekend. Travis will be there Saturday.
100%.
Saturday.
He swore. Right here on camera.
Saturday. I'm excited.
Hot lap 6 o'clock. Gates open 4 o'clock.
Welcome to our second and final segment of this week's show. It's all racing this week, and we have the man, the myth, the legend.
Man,
Shane
myth,
Cockrum.
legend. Man, myth, legend.
Yeah.
Do a big intro for him.
The man, the myth, the legend, Shane Cockrum, the chief. He's do they call you that on the track?
You gotta be
Yeah,
the chief.
you know, I went flying fireman, then I went to the chief, and so, hell, I don't give, if I'm in Victory Lane, I don't care what they call me, you know?
I love it. If I'm in Victor Lane, I don't care what they call me. That's what I'm talking about. Shane, known you a long time, and hey, he got the Ranger shirt on. He's got the right colors on. Die-hard Ranger supporter. Still on the school board?
Yeah, that's absolutely, I
How long
mean,
have you been on the high
there's,
school board?
since 2019, so,
Wow.
we've done a lot of
7
good
years.
things, man, you know, obviously I love racing, that's what a lot of people know me as, and, the whole, another section of people know me as the fire chief in the city of Benton, but, you know, I've been a ranger for probably longer than I've been either one of those other things, man, and it's, just love being a ranger, and we've had a lot of success, and so I gotta represent, you know,
He's repping, man. I love it, man. I love it.
So-
You know, we'll talk obviously a lot racing, but I mean, just a little bit about that. I mean, your 7 years on the board has been really a huge 7 years for Benton,
yeah.
boys and girls sports. I mean, talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, you know, I've said I think you'd struggle to find a program that's been better, you know, sport to sport to sport, and you know, I feel like we've done what Nashville's was able to do, and maybe we're the new Nashville, and you know, these are cliches you hear. We don't rebuild, we reload, and so you know, there's a lot of things that cause that, but you know, we have really good culture, and you know, I watch, and you know, I'm fortunate to not be so tied up in that 1,000-foot view at those games to be able to stand back and watch. And I watch the kids, and I watch them stand on the edge of the fence or the railing, and they watch. they go play, but then they run back and they watch. And so I remember I did that. I watched JoJo Johnson make more 3-pointers. Loved it. You know what I mean? I can still probably tell you exactly what John D. Aiken sounds like saying JoJo Johnson for 3. You know, and so it you know, it set my path. And obviously I wasn't tall enough to be great at that, but it you know, it set my path to be a great, you know, I love Benton Rangers, and so that's what these kids. And so we're developing a culture. You know, culture of winning, and I don't know if you go back 5 years, 6, 7, whatever you want to go back, I don't know that it's the greatest we've ever had. And,
This run across all sports,
you know,
unparalleled. That's a huge word in Scrabble. Unparalleled.
Yeah, I mean, I you know, we expect to win. At some point in time, everything takes a turn, and you worry a little bit, like Ranger fans are used to winning. They're not going to be happy whether you're a Pinckneyville Panther or Benton Ranger, Nashville Hornet. When you go to some of those games, you expect to win, and so I hope we just keep on doing it. But Ranger fans are not going to be happy if we don't at some point.
Shane, I'll say this before Russ gets into, because I know he's chomping at the bit to talk racing. All three of us graduated from Benton High School. And here's what I've noticed in this stretch you've been on the board. And I moved back to the area 20 years ago. And here's what I've really noticed this last stretch when we've been really good. We've invested in the school immensely. Crazy. You know, you're on the board.
Yeah.
We've invested in that school academically, just the logistics, the structure of the building. I'm not even talking sports yet. I'm talking the air conditioning system we never had, new roof, all the different things, all the asphalt that we've added to that over there, you know, at the high school location on 114 McCann Street. But, I mean, seriously, I'm amazed, East Main, how good it looks with our high school. Yes, it was amazing. You were part of the board that put in the new turf football field.
Yep.
You know, the bus barn area back there now with, you know, it used to be where the weight room is. Now we've got this awesome weight room in Rich Heron Gym, all the work that's been done. I mean, there's a lot of small towns in our area. You know this. You cover schools all the time. You're in more schools than me. I'm just wherever my boys are playing. You can go to any game you want to go to. We have done more than most schools our size in the state. Not just our area, but schools our size in the state of Illinois. I think it's amazing what we've done.
Yeah, you know, we made an investment, and certainly when we got started doing it, you know, the things you worry about, you know, how's the community going to take this, you know, because you can't just be a board that just tries to ramrod everything through. You know, it has to follow the vibe of the community, and so, you know, you go spend $2.5–3 million on a football field. That's a big, you know, like we're thinking, man, we're either going to be heroes or they're going to vote us all out next time. You know what I mean? For poor spending. But, you know, we made an investment, and so now, you know, certainly we look like geniuses, and we're not, but we look like it. But now you're starting to see, we have teams, you know, whether you use last year's basketball team, you know, they're going to super sessional. That's kind of overperforming. You know, they're you know, they weren't supposed to do that, and you know, now we talk about how maybe we're not going to be quite as great in football, and then I look up and they're ranking us up in the top, you know, state rankings, and so we're just, you know, we keep doing what we're doing, and we got a lot of good things we're going to do. We're not done yet. I think you know, we're pretty young and we're ambitious, the people on the board, and you know, Benton's been blessed. We don't, you know, we have a fairly decent financial situation.
We're the black, not the red.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it could be different. Sure. You could be 7 miles to the south, and you could struggle. So
it's a blessing, honestly, to be in Benton.
Yeah.
You bet it is. You bet. And so, you know, you're starting to see people want to move. You know, if they got a kid that wants to be successful and they're in Southern Illinois, they're looking at houses in Benton just for the sports program, not because we have some booming, they're going to get a job here. Sure. It's not like it used to be. Rich Herring can't bring in and get you a coal mine job and bring your kid in that's a star athlete. But they're coming here for the real reasons now, because they know they're going to get a good education.
Yes.
And they know they're going to be competitive in sports, and you know, they're going to give themselves a chance to you know, have a good outing and maybe even play at the next level. You know, obviously I'm passionate about the Benton Rangers, but you know, 2 or 3 years ago, we looked up, we had 9 Division I athletes in one year. And then we had 2 years, we had 67 kids that went to the next level for sports. I mean, find anywhere around here that's doing that.
Nobody has.
You know, it's awesome.
You know, we just had 2 of those athletes on last week, you know, with Cy Norman I mean, I didn't even think about this till saying it right now. You've probably thought about this.
Mm-hmm.
We had state champs on last week. Besides Division I athletes,
Yeah.
I mean,
State
Cy
champs.
Norman
Yeah.
is a state champ and Gavin Janicio state champs.
And we had AJ Kinsman, 2-time state champ.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had a run here. You know, Mason Teifel. We haven't had Mason Teifel on yet, but he's going to come on. Mason, no pressure. But I mean, seriously, the run we've had. You know, we've been to the playoffs. You know, 5 straight years would have been more, but COVID with football.
Sure.
You know, you're 4 years of high school every year. Last year again, so 5 straight. Basketball, obviously, you were up there at Champaign a couple years ago, made it to the state championship game. Super sectional last year.
3 straight regionals.
3 straight regionals.
Yeah.
Baseball won a regional for the first time
bet.
since 18. I mean, things. I'm telling you. I mean, we're not even talking track and field, cross country,
Yeah.
golf,
Right.
wrestling. I mean, if I had Aaron Robinson,
Probably got
my
the best
neighbor,
golf program in Southern Illinois.
Oh, yeah,
You
I
know
mean,
what I mean?
we have things going.
Yeah.
I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, we're gonna start talking racing. I'm getting excited. I'm fired up.
We got the.
Talking about my beloved maroon and white, beautiful color.
We have to talk a little bit. Benton Rangers get into the show.
That's right. Yeah.
Hey, Coach Brown gave me his hat. I took it right off his head. Sweat stains and all, Dave Brown took that hat right off his head. Rangerette basketball. Hey, Rangerette basketball. I mean, he's had how many girls sign for
Yeah,
college?
yeah.
Kimberly Glover just signed with what? Swick?
Swick, yeah.
Yeah, she was on the show.
Yeah.
She was on the show, and then
You got a lot of excitement building this program. He takes care of them kids. He's doing right. They love playing
Dave is
for him.
the ultimate promoter.
Yeah, I mean he is.
I
He
mean, I
is.
love it. He's
So,
the showman.
Just got a lot of good people.
Is he
in
the
our
biggest
district.
promoter in Southern Illinois?
Besides Travis Everett. No, I love Dave. Dave is the ultimate showman,
Yeah.
man. I'm telling you. Where's the belt?
He needs to run a TV show. All right, he can host WWE. I'm being serious.
We're getting Dave on the show with us.
I've got to, obviously you talk about Dave gave you that, but talk about this shirt. Talk about
Yeah.
racing, and
I'm getting a picture of your shirt while you're talking.
but talk about this shirt. I mean, you raced with Schrader.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
blank. But you raced with Schrader, and you also just talk about the racing, how you got into it,
Yeah.
and why you love it so much.
Yeah, I mean, there was once my dad's a race car driver and was a race car driver and professional race car driver. And so, I grew up, my dad was a little older and he had me, so I didn't really ever get to see him race, but I got to go listen to stories, travel around the country and do that kind of thing. So, I once read an article of my dad that was in Southern Illinois, and it was called The 2 Lives of Cliff Cockrum. And it was how, he was a successful businessman here, but then he went on the road and he was a fierce race car driver that was well respected nationally. And I thought, man, that's a lot. It takes a lot to be able to do that, because it really is 2 lives. And so, as I've grown up, I look back now and I'm like, holy crap. I'm my dad, I've become that, and maybe even a third one because, obviously between Benton Rangers and doing what I do, and I feel like we've made, as a fire chief, and so, the people I deal with in Southern Illinois that I love, know the other chiefs and the people who support me, whatever, some of them don't even know I race, and then I travel over the country and go racing. And they don't even know I'm a fire chief, they just think I race professionally all the time, and so, obviously I've been doing it a long time. I started when I was 14 years old, and, like anything else, sometimes you don't talk about those young days because there was lots of struggles, and so you got to earn your dues, and you got to put in your dues.
Earn your stripes.
Earn your stripes, and so I did plenty of that, and then when I started winning, it's like, man, where'd this guy come from? And it's like, listen, you didn't, the kid that is a star of the basketball team, nobody sees him take them 500 shots every morning. And so it's the same thing. It's repetition. You just have to get out there and do that. And so been extremely fortunate to race on a national level. I like to think maybe I'm one of, if not, I've probably achieved some of the highest things in Southern Illinois, that maybe anybody hasn't during my time period, and certainly put my name in the record books with AJ Foyd, and obviously I know AJ, great guy, 94 years old, still
Is that the
making.
one I make sure he was alive?
Yeah, it is.
I'm glad you're alive, AJ. We want you on the show.
And so
We want him on the show.
listen,
I want him on the show.
AJ tells you where he's going to
Oh, I
be.
guarantee
He's
he's the king.
Yeah, he is. So.
So obviously now, and you've been doing it for a long time. You mentioned have you raced yet this year, or are you planning on racing?
Yeah, so I slowed down at least this year a little bit.
Why have you slowed down?
Well, here's the thing. If I got to where I was running 80.
Don't say you're old. You're younger than me.
I got to where I was running 80, 90 times a year, and that wears on you. We were leaving, me and my girlfriend, Andrea Glodge, we were leaving on Friday morning. I was taking a day off work, and then I was showing up back Sunday night late from a whole weekend. We might be in 3, 4, 6 states in 3 days. We might put 800,000 mile on in those. We may even fly somewhere on Friday morning and then race somewhere else on halfway across the other side of the country on Saturday, and then do something different on Sunday. So it gets old. It's I always had something to go back to, and so Monday morning I had to go back to work. And all the guys I race with, why do you do this, Shane? Why don't you just quit and be a race car driver? Why do you I could make 3 times, probably 3 to 4 times the amount of money at least, if that's on a mediocre year. But I've raced, and I know when you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, and so.
These race car drivers all have little things
we do. It's,
say it again.
When you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not.
This is awesome. I love it.
And so, you're either eating steak dinners or you're having bologna sandwiches. And so there ain't a very good race car drivers don't have good pensions. So it's
that's good.
yeah.
There's another one
Yeah.
right there. Race car drivers don't have good pensions. Well, Russ has been very excited to talk racing. Russ loves racing, and I'm gonna tell you, Shane, I'm a little clueless with this stuff. I'm a sports freak. I mean, football, basketball, baseball.
Flag football?
Huh?
Flag football?
I don't
That's on
know.
the
That's
screen.
I mean, that kind of seems more your style. Maybe flag football. It's.
Oh my God.
But
What
you're
is
the guy that would definitely wrap your flag.
Oh, for sure I would.
can-
I like the bright colors. I like the bright colors. If I could have bling, get the Cub off the TV again. Craig Counsell off the TV. But for the guy that's out there that's clueless, or I shouldn't say clueless, maybe doesn't know enough, like you guys know about racing. We had the Wiggs on here.
Mm-hmm.
We had Caleb Hilliard, who runs the racetrack in Marion. Talk about the difference between what you race versus what they do.
Yeah, so
'Cause I don't know the difference.
Right. So let's say a kid gets of age, and of age used to be when AJ Foy started. AJ Foy, he made it by the time he was 40 years old, and so those guys were all older men, and they come back. It was the generation at World War II and Vietnam. They were men. They'd be men when they were 18 years old,
Sure.
and so they started doing racing. And then if you made it by the age of 40, you've done it, and that's what you. Well, now if you're 18 years old and you are not on that path, and it's not a clear path that everybody can see, it's like, you're probably not going to do NASCAR, and so that's,
Wow.
it's different. But, so that young kid starts out, whether he goes go-kart racing or gets into the lower levels of the micro division, SIR, and he gets his family out there, and they enjoy it. They love being together, and they go there every week, and it's a place where they know they're going to go on Saturday, and it's a lot of fun. Then it's just like Little League Baseball, and then all of a sudden, Dad sees this kid, he knows how to hit, or this kid's got good instincts, he's got good hand-eye coordination, and that's what racing is. Whether it be in basketball, you got to have height, you got to have some speed, quickness, whatever. Football, you maybe got to have a little bit of size. In racing, you got to have extraordinary hand-eye foot coordination, and so it's all hand-eye foot.
Hand-eye foot.
And so that's you had mentioned
F. You gotta have
earlier.
F.
Yeah, you had mentioned earlier about the Formula One guys and
Yeah.
over there in the other,
Continent.
yeah,
Over in Europe.
That's what it's all about. They race some go-karts in road courses, but they say road course racing is the greatest for hand-eye foot coordination because they're going different directions. They can't get locked into seeing the same thing every lap. They have to see different things. There's uphills, downhills, hard braking, tight corners, less sharp corners, long straightaway, short shoots. There's everything, so they're always having to adjust, and so that's why those racers are really good racers for that. But they get over here on the dirt tracks, we dominate that. That's our baby.
Take that, boys!
What dirt track does, and why so many NASCAR drivers come from the dirt track racing is because you're on the edge you're always out of control. So you learn to be, and I use a lot of analogies just because I know you guys got a sports program so people understand sports that watch this, but you get really good at fast breaks.
Yeah.
because you know what I mean. And so there's no set plays. It's on a fast break, and so if you continue to do that in dirt racing, you're always out of control going down the court, just like you're out of control on the racetrack. Everything slows down to you. So then when you're back in organized and coordinated parts of the race, you're really good at being able to race a little harder, out of control. And so, we've all seen that. There's spot shooters, and then there's guys who can drive, and who you want to drive, who's going to change hands, who's going to off balance, and who's still going to make that shot. And there's other kids you do not want them to have the ball for that. And so that's what the dirt track racing does compared to the rest of the racing world. It gets all those guys just really good at learn how to control things that are out of control. So.
How about that? That's a great analogy. How about that?
Right.
Great
Package that up. Package that up.
I think that was a great answer.
Great answer.
And obviously, I think that it does take so much. You think about it, well, you said you race 100-lap races.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then
How
there's
long does it
guys.
take?
Yeah. So I'll run that through real quick, and I know we got a lot of things to talk about, but the 100-mile race, obviously, I race against all professionals. Those guys, that's what they do for a living. We start out the race, we have an 1,800-pound car, but we have a 75-gallon fuel cell right behind us. So there's 75 gallons. So you've ever seen a 55-gallon barrel?
Sure.
It's a barrel and a half sitting right behind me. So there's 600 pounds of weight right behind you. You got a dry shaft that runs between your legs and a fuel pump that sits right there also. So you got a thing spinning at 8,000 or 9,000 RPM, just inches away from the thing that is pumping 75 gallons of fuel to an 800 to 900 horsepower race car motor, and you're stuck in the middle. You know what I mean? And so you got to think. So we start off that race. It's a 100-mile race. Well, guess what a race car feels like when it's full of 75 gallon and everything's heavy. It's lazy. It don't want to turn. It's like it's a horse that don't want to cooperate.
Yeah.
And so then about lap 30, you start burning that weight off. Now you're like, man, this is a pretty decent race car. Like, I think this is an actual race car. This might be something I can race. And so then you start getting it by about lap 60, you're like, this is the best dang race car I've ever drove. This thing's awesome. Like, I wish I had one of these every day, And then you're at lap 80, you're like, this thing ain't feeling too good. And at lap 90, you're like, this is the biggest piece of junk I've ever driven. I will never, And so, because that race car changes so much during the race.
The phases of a race car.
Yeah, it is. And that's the series that I run. And so Jaxton, they're smaller cars. They don't have that much weight change during the race. They don't run 100 miles. The tracks don't change that much. They don't have to run during the daytime in September. You spoke to him about how much weight they lose. Like when I raced ARCA cars, which were like the lower NASCAR series, I would lose 11 pounds during the race.
I knew. I'd heard people say that.
When I raced a Silver Crown car, I lose between 7 and 9 during the race. There's obviously no windshield in mine, so
Race.
Yeah. I need to do back to back.
This is gonna make me start racing.
Yeah, I need to do back-to-back races. It's like every day.
So that's great.
You mentioned you race those different series and everything, but so when you say ARCA, what's that exactly mean? I know what it means, but what's that exactly mean to the average person?
Yeah.
What's the type of cars that you usually race?
Yeah, so I race. They're called open wheel cars. So when in the open wheel family, you have the micros, which is what runs at SIR, and that's typically what you would call a hobby class. It's guys who want to get kids, guys. You could have a 14-year-old kid racing against a 55-year-old man out there, and they're racing for this. Once you get to beyond that level, then you go into essentially the family of midgets, sprint cars, and USAC Silver Crown cars. Now, them three cars, if you set them aside or saw a picture of them, they almost look the same.
Okay, that's what I wondered about.
But the midget it's got a.
It's got to be smaller.
It's got a 72. It's got a 72-inch wheelbase. That means that's how the 72 inches from the front to rear tire. Okay. It has a 4-cylinder engine, has about 400 horsepower.
Okay.
And it's really tight. And so I used to be a midget racer. I'm not so much a midget racer anymore.
Right, you've grown up.
Yeah, right, and out. So then a sprint car, it's a 88-inch wheelbase, so it's 16, 18 inches longer wheelbase. It runs a V8 and it's 900 horsepower.
That's what I'm talking about.
Plus. And so considered probably the most dangerous of all race cars because the power to weight ratio is the greatest of any motorsports car in the world.
Sounds awesome.
It's out of control, And so then the Silver Crown car is the big brother.
Okay, that's what you race a lot.
I race sprint cars and Silver Crown cars. I used to race all three, but like I said, we already discussed why I don't.
Right, we won't bring that up again.
So the Silver Crown car, and so here's what the cool thing about the Silver Crown cars that I race. Previous to the late 50s, the car I race is what raced the Indy 500.
Really?
Yeah. So
Wow.
what in the 50s, and you'll hear a lot of old guys talk about it. In the 50s, they would go race the Indy 500. AJ Foyt, Mario Andretti, and all those names that we all know. And then when they left there, they'd be on the circuit, and then they'd stay at the little hotel, the Franklin Hotel or the Kingsway Hotel or one of these little hotels in Benton, and they'd park out there and have the race car in the back of an open trailer with Velcro canopy strapped over it, and so whether it be your dad, when I was a kid, we watched, we drove through and looked at all the race cars before that weekend, and so that's what they did. So it was the same cars, So if you won DuQuoin. For instance, AJ Foyt won his first national race ever at DuQuoin in 1960. And so then he won the 1961 Indy 500, but with essentially the same race car.
That's nuts.
Yeah, so that's the cool thing about that series. Obviously, is racing's transition. Then they went to a really low car, and it looks like an Indy car, and it really just changed. But they still, at that time you race dirt and you race pavement, and you can use the same car to do it. So that's the cool thing about our series. We're one of the only series in the country that still has a dirt schedule and a pavement schedule. So you have to be good at both.
Well, I didn't know that. So the cars you race are on both tracks.
On both dirt and pavement.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, different cars though. You can't use the same car
Yeah,
on both.
sure.
They're too specialized. But
Talk about, obviously, we said you've raced around a lot of good people, a lot of really good people. Talk about some of the places you've got a chance to race at. Can we find these videos on YouTube? Is there?
oh, you bet. A lot of my stuff's on YouTube. I've been fortunate. I've raced from California to New Jersey to the Dakotas to the lowest areas of Florida. I've been all over the country. Obviously there's not a lot of there's a lot of tracks I haven't raced, but there's lots of tracks in the country. But I've raced all the big ones. I've raced all the great tracks in the United States and won on a lot of them too. So I've been fortunate. Got a kind of museum and a place that I keep all my stuff, and so that this win's from a national win, Williams Grove, Pennsylvania, and this one's from DuQuoin, and this one's from Springfield, and this one's from Eldora, and so I've just been lucky to be able to see a lot of cool places.
So I've got to ask this because you mentioned Eldora. I know Eldora Speedway. I know some of those speedways all across the country. Like I said, the past month I've really been getting into it, watching a lot of different races and everything. And talk about some of those speedways exactly. What's the difference between, say, racing at Eldora or up in Pennsylvania and even DuQuoin?
Yeah, so obviously what changes is the length of the track and the shape of the track. They're all ovals, so everything's going to be essentially a dirt oval, but there's a lot of different shapes to an oval, even though it sounds, the amount of banking and the general size comes with speed. So I like the big tracks, I like the fast tracks, and I like the dangerous tracks. I want to go places that you have to be a man among men to win, and those are the places I've excelled on. I've won at Terre Haute. Terre Haute's considered it's called Terror Haute. And it's called Terror Haute because it's killed so many guys and it's crippled so many guys. And so I went in 2015 when I won Terre Haute. In June, I had a bad wreck there, lost my eyesight for about 3 weeks. Spent 2 days, threw up 500 times, couldn't quit. Spent time in the hospital and crash house is what we call it, and then had to sit out for a couple months. Came back.
What do you call hospital?
The crash house.
Crash house.
Yeah.
I love this.
So then I came back 2 months later and won the Sumar Classic, which is one of the biggest races in the country for anything but for Silver Crown cars. And so I hauled out there in the ambulance the time before and then ended up winning the big race 2 months later, and this is the first time back in a car, so it was kind of redemption and it was a cool story. And so but yeah, those are the type of places I like. DuQuoin's obviously my favorite. I'm
How many times have you won there?
Two-time Ted Horn 100 winner. There's one of them. I set fast time, led every lap, 87 laps, ran out of fuel here 2-3 years ago. Heartbreak Central, lapped every car but the second place car. Springfield, obviously at 23, I won the Illinois State Fair, the Tony Bettenhausen 100, which is a very historic race. And
Why is that historic, Shane?
because it's just, the Illinois State Fair is just like DuQuoin. That's where all the greatest Mario, and if you go look at the winners in the program, you go in history books. You know what I mean? Like the minute I win DuQuoin Springfield, boom, I've got a wiki page. You know what I mean? That's
Really?
Because
Wow.
that's kind of the level that it takes you to. And so
Cool.
there's just a lot of cool things.
We gotta pull this.
We're gonna pull it up. You're
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
gonna put it on the.
Yeah,
You're
so
putting his wiki page on Ballin4God.
We'll put it on the broadcast.
On the broadcast.
Yeah.
It's going on the broadcast.
But yeah, that's the cool things about those places. And so they're 1 mile dirt ovals. There's not many of them left. There's only like 5 in the whole United States. One at Sacramento, I think, that's getting ready to get tore down. Used to have the Indiana State Fairgrounds. Now you essentially have Springfield and DuQuoin. That's 2 of like 3 left in the whole United States. They're all in Illinois, and that in my opinion, they're the greatest racetracks in America, and they're what racing is really all about. It's nostalgia. It's Americana.
God, I love it. I love it, man. Okay, here's my thing.
Are you talking about the Cubs losing, or are you talking about the?
Oh, I'm glad the Cubs are losing. We're not talking about the Cubs.
They may win 10 in a row. They may lose 15 in a row. We don't
Here's
know.
the thing. I talk to my dad about this all the time. I said, Dad, you got to keep the Bears in Illinois. Me and Brody are diehard Bears fans. Trey, my oldest, he doesn't like the Bears. He's back to the Rams.
Sure.
Because the Rams are good. He's a Myles Garrett fan. He likes the Rams because they're good again. But I said, Dad, why can't we get rid of the Cubs? Let somebody go to Indiana. Let the Cubs go to Indiana. Let's keep the Bears. I'm just kidding. I just thought about something, though. I know what you do for a living. I've known you since you're a little kid. Your dad and my dad go way back.
Sure do. Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to say this. Are you the ultimate adrenaline junkie?
It's what everything in my life is about. I don't know anything
He's a
but.
fireman and a race car driver.
I don't know anything but.
Jump out of planes too?
I love it. So I just did it. I did it.
Have you really? I'm joking.
Yeah, I did just this past year. I went to Vegas. I skydove. I love skydiving. Yeah.
What have you not done yet that you want to do?
Listen,
is there anything adrenaline-wise you haven't done yet that you're like, man, it's on my bucket list?
I've been 117 feet underwater, and it's a whole different world there. Obviously, I'm a scuba diver.
117 feet. Where did you do that?
Mermet Springs, and I've dove Cancun, I've dove Cozumel, I've dove all those places. But yeah, it's a different world down there. Let me tell you, it's when they say it's a different world under the sea, it really is. I mean, it's.
What do you see down there?
It looks like you're in outer space, just pixels. It's black and it's just pixelated, and you just see these particles, and you're in a whole different world, and you're a long way from civilization.
My dad always said God's got a bigger imagination than any of us know.
Yeah, and it's cool.
It.
I like I said, I've dove at 150, 170 feet, and I've jumped down an airplane at 15,000, and I ran 180 mile an hour in a race car. Around the tracks and put them in the corner at 150. Like, it's what I do. It's my adrenaline.
Going into houses on fire.
Right,
That's more than that stuff.
One of these days, life's going to get really boring for me because
you're like 90?
I'm going to time out. You know what I mean? I don't know. I hope not, but I don't know. Who knows? Sometimes I say it's better to burn out than fade away. So it's.
Man, he's nothing but one-liners. Jeff Wiggs and Shane Cockrum. Say it again.
It's better to burn out than fade away.
Better to burn out than fade away.
I tell you what, something you could do: start a podcast, and you can start talking about all your experiences.
I've been on a lot of them. There are a lot of racing guys. I do quite a few podcasts and go on the shows, and so
not as good as this one, but
no, you guys got the best. There's no doubt. I know I've been on wait. Let's get on here, and I'm just thankful that my time came. I love it. I love talking racing. I feel like I can articulate some things when it comes to our sport that certainly helps. And I could in 15 minutes give you a really good feel of what you're going to see this weekend, and like Hilliard said, you'll be a race fan because you're going to love it.
Okay, what's going to suck a guy like me in? You know the sports I love.
Yeah.
So what's going to draw me in?
So my good friend Levi Jones. Levi was an all-state basketball player at Olney. He was a national champion race car driver. He actually promotes Eldora Speedway. He was my spotter, Joe for Tony Stewart, and here's what you're going to see. You're going to see, and because you don't know a whole lot about racing, what you're going to realize is the same guys out there who are winning those races and up there, they think the same as that all-state athlete. They
Yeah.
think the same as that all-American athlete. The process, the way you watch a great basketball player dismantle a defense, you're watching this kid or this guy dismantle. He looks strategic. He looks calculated. He makes a move. He's 3 steps ahead. Kyle Larson, for instance.
Sure.
Kyle's obviously of some Asian heritage,
Yeah.
and I say, Kyle Larson, why he's the GOAT and probably one of the greatest of all, if not the greatest of all time. You ever watch the Asians do a Rubik's Cube in about 15 seconds?
Yeah.
They're able to process information sometimes, and he processes information. Like, I'm trying to remember, it's a game of inches. I'm trying to remember if when I got into turn 1 on lap 32, if I hit that little speck of dirt, and next lap I need to be within 6 inches to hit it again, right? Kyle Larson remembers that 8 laps ago. And he can tell you exactly what spot he hit at 160 mile an hour, getting into turn 1 in traffic. He can tell you what spot, piece of dirt he hit, and he can tell you what he did the last 8 or 10 laps. So he just adjusts himself, just the same way as a basketball player adjusts to the defense, and a new point guard or somebody's a little taller or shorter or faster. Yeah. That's what he does every lap. And so he's always adjusting, and then he adjusts himself right into the victory lane because that's what he knows how to do. And so he's done it for so long, it's just second nature. It's the way he processes information.
When you were growing up, who did you watch that you said, I'm going to be the next? Like, who was your idol? Idols.
I had a lot of, obviously, I went up to all the fairground races with my dad, and probably Tony Stewart. Tony's a friend of mine now, and I get to,
I know.
me and Tony actually we've been battling over a certain thing, and I'll tell you about that, but on a good way. But probably Tony, just because Tony's so versatile. He could do anything. He could jump in any race car, and it could be a heavy race car, a light race car, one looks totally different, drives totally different, and it didn't take him long to adapt. So
what makes him so good? Like, what makes a guy like him be able to do that?
Part of it's just it's like process information. What makes a great basketball player? You watch him, you're like, I don't know. He just makes all the right moves at the right time. Like he knows when to juke and when to jive, and he just picks up and like it flows. And so Tony he's always been able to flow, and he's always figured it out, and on the fly. And so he's probably my idol in that sense, but. But the real quick story, obviously Kenny Schrader, me and Kenny are good. We're partners on some thing. We got a couple old race cars together. He really good friend of mine. Yeah, one of the greatest. Kenny is. But Kenny owns that A.J. Foyt trophy from 1960 that A.J. Foyt won his first national race at DuQuoin.
He owns it?
He owns it, and it's sitting in his. So when I go to his shop, I say, Kenny, I want that trophy. Like, I won my first national race in 2014 at DuQuoin. This is from 1960. This is A.J. Foyt, the greatest race car driver in the world.
years later, you won it.
I want that trophy. He says, you're gonna have to fight Tony for that. Tony
wants it.
Tony wants it. He said, Tony's put claim to that trophy. I said, you tell Tony. I tell you what, here's what we're gonna do. Me and Tony, we're gonna have a grudge race at DuQuoin.
I love it.
10 laps.
I love it.
If I win, I get that trophy, and if he wins, and of course, Kenny's wife Ann, she's a spitfire. She goes, "Screw Tony. Tony's got everything. Give that trophy to Shane." And I'm like, "Listen to your wife, Kenny. Listen, this lady knows."
Bring that trophy
So
to Benton.
yeah. So I'm working on that. Whether I get it or not, I don't know. Tony, he can probably
How old's Kenny?
right at 70 years old.
He's got 26 years left, so it's going to be a while.
When I talk about them guys that race 80, 90 times a year and never slow down, he's still racing 90 times a year at 7 years old.
What?
Still. He travels. I mean,
that's incredible.
He's on the road nonstop. He never knows how to slow down. I don't know how he does
Well, I know from having a dad that's 68, and Big Dave says, I'll just tell you, my dad won't slow down until he has to.
They're cut from the same cloth.
You sound like Grandpa was.
Yeah, they're cut from the same cloth. They don't even know. If you slowed them down, set them in a chair, they go nuts because they can't do
The
it.
funny thing is, my grandpa, he's 91 years old. Wow. He's 91 years old. He ran the Rock One Stop business, like all those gas stations, bunch of like apartments, stuff like that, all storage buildings, everything all across Southern Illinois. And about just like last year, he finally had to like kind of sell them and get done with them. But at 90 years old, he kept running until he was 90. He's in nursing home now, but he's still talking about planning stuff. And
Oh yeah, that's how his mind works.
Yeah, and
It's-
he's
it's
like-
so good for him. It's awesome. He shouldn't slow down. I mean, obviously our bodies do, but our minds don't. So
No, mine doesn't. What's your grandpa's name?
Leon
Leon what?
Russell.
Leon Russell.
Leon.
My man Leon Russell. Does Leon watch the show?
No,
yeah, didn't he?
We can't get him in the nursing home.
Hey,
He's a
wasn't
football.
Leon Russell the ladies' man?
I thought he was.
Yeah, the Leon. Yeah.
Couple Christmas hams back there.
That's it.
Woo! We're having fun now, man. Big Russ.
He's got a flip phone, so he can't.
Shane, talk about some of the stuff we've got out here you brought for us today.
Yeah, so obviously I brought you some T-shirts, and I'm going to need that $50 before I leave here for those
No
T-shirts.
problem. We'll get
No,
that.
it's then I obviously a poster.
I'll bet it over to you.
The poster I brought was from winning the Ted Horn race, and so those were, they were put out at the racetracks and everything like that, promotional piece. So kind of cool to be able, when they put out promotional pieces for big races from USAC.
There you are.
It's a picture of me on the front of it, so that's always cool. And then I brought you a pair of race gloves. These race gloves won the 2023 Tony Bettenhausen 100 at Springfield. So these race gloves are obviously continue to put me in the history books. So them things are, there's a pretty hot commodity. I mean, they got holes in the fingers. You know why? Because I drive so hard.
I love it.
It's
Is this the proper way?
I mean, it's close. I mean, it's.
I love it.
We're gonna go with it.
Do you think Travis Severn? Do you think he could be a racer?
Listen, listen. They don't get. There's no. I take it back. You can talk. I have a spotter. Travis could be a USAC, but I don't think he could find anybody to spot for him, because that spotter would have no chance to talk to him. It would be one-way communications, and it would be the wrong way. So. And then all the other races like Jaxton, he don't get to talk. Travis can't go 40 laps without talking.
Oh, I'll be terrified. Prison. He's putting me in prison. Oh my gosh. Shane, here's what Big Dave says, because he loves to watch you race. Big Dave said, you tell Shane, this is why he's so good. He said, because he's good in the curves. That's what Dad says. He says that's where you win.
It is.
What does that mean when he says he's really good in the curves?
So obviously, in the basic level, the guy that from the start finish line that makes it all the way around in the shortest amount of time makes the fast lap. And if you do that 100 times, you're going to win.
Sure.
Because the guy that makes the 100 laps in the shortest amount of time wins. You can have lots of horsepower, and you can be really fast down the straightaways. My thing is, I've always been obviously I've never had so much money that I had the best engines that, there's people, they're millionaires that decide that they fly in on their planes, and you're not going to outspend them. So I said, I'm never going to be that guy. I'm never going to have that type of horsepower to be able to outrun them down the straightaway. So what I got to do is I have to be able to corner. I have to be able to cut, to do the things in the corner, which is the more the technical side of racing. I have to be able to do that better than them if I want to win. And so over time, I've developed myself to be really good at changing lanes through the corner, carrying momentum, speed, because you're running 160 at DuQuoin. Let's say you're running 160 mile an hour this direction, and you get to the corner, you got to make that go that direction, the other direction. So transitioning 160 from this way to that way, there's a lot of art in how you do that. And so I've got good at just carrying momentum and being able to transition that.
Is that what separates guys?
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of things. Everybody has their little niche that they do. Like, here's what I'm not good at. I'll tell you that. I'm not very good at really, really small short tracks that you have to just. It's every lap just be dive bombing. Like, that's not because...
Like what they're doing at SIR.
Yeah. I mean, I could go down there and probably with a little bit of time, I could win a lot of races. But that's typically not my forte. I'm like that shirt says, I'm a mile master. When I say that...
Mile master.
Yeah, that's kind of my... I am better when it's a calculated, it's a thinking man's race, when strategy comes in, when I can... use my stuff, not overuse it, save it enough for last. Essentially, in a lot of ways, I'm the equivalent of a really good 3,200 runner or a really good cross country when I got a lot of leg left. I don't let them get away. I run through the middle of the race really well, and then when it comes to the last 10 laps, for some reason that's when I shine and I end up. My dad was the same way. My dad won a lot of big races.
How many races your dad win, you think?
Oh, I don't know. I got to be in the 500s probably.
Oh my gosh!
And so
All over the country.
all over the country.
Isn't that amazing?
Mhm.
You ever meet his dad?
I've never met his dad.
No.
What year did your dad pass?
2008. Yeah, so it's been that long.
18 years.
Yeah. Wow. So yeah,
Long time, Shane.
it is a long time. It is a long time.
2008, 18 years ago. That means I'm getting old.
Oh,
tell you.
you know. I mean, how old are your kids?
Yeah, 26, 21, 8 turns 9 tomorrow.
Happy
And-
birthday!
Yeah, happy birthday, Cammy.
Cammy's gonna be
Cammy,
9.
happy birthday,
Happy
Cammy.
birthday.
And then obviously I got a boy coming that'll be here in a month.
What?
You didn't know that? Yeah.
No!
Yes.
Big Papa
Yeah.
finally had a boy.
44, first boy.
Is he gonna be a racer?
He's gonna have
Listen,
to.
I've already got he's Richard Glodich is
I
our
was
we
gonna say, think about the
we've
bloodline.
shipped we've already shipped we've got 8 dirt bikes and 4-wheelers waiting for him.
Glodich
So,
and Cockrum
Yeah.
child.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
we may not be a circular. We might be.
Is his name gonna be Honda or Big Red?
Well, I can't. It's going to be racing related, but
I
I
knew
can't
that.
release it yet. So
I knew it had to be.
I'm excited to hear.
You
it.
sacked Cockrum. Arca Cockrum.
yeah,
We've had you on here for 48 minutes. It feels like it's been 10 minutes. That usually means that it's been fun.
yeah.
But I want to hear some stories. I mean, you told us a little story earlier, but you've obviously got to meet some great guys.
Yeah.
Tell us some of some cool stories about getting to meet just different guys. That might be up in the higher ups now, or
Yeah.
many people might not know about.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I got to race with all the best. Christopher Bell, that's running the NASCAR races, pretty good friends with Chris. Kyle Larson, I've done a lot of racing with Kyle. Kyle's really cool kid, and so he kind of, we were
You say
part
he's
of
the best. Why? What makes you say that about Kyle?
Because he processes information so fast. He changes his line. He does whatever he has to do. He just processes it faster than us. For some reason, I don't know. We all try to figure out why he's that good, but he's the Tiger Woods. He's the Michael Jordan.
Sure.
What makes them guys? What makes them great among other greats? I don't know. They just have something that
They do. They have an extra gear. I think they have an extra.
Sure.
Something that makes, like you said, process for him better.
Yeah.
I'll give
Yeah.
this real quick. Austin Brown said, when I got to Wisconsin, I look around, there's a lot of 6'2", 210, 215s. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I had to figure out a way to,
Yeah.
all these guys were studs in their high
Yeah,
school. All
you
these
bet.
guys were all staters.
Yeah.
All these guys were all blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah. And think about that at every level.
Yeah.
At every level, you've got to figure out a way to be better.
Yep.
Shane, all these guys are awesome that were in that race.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, well, yeah.
you got to find.
Yeah, right. And that's what everybody finds their niche, and you run with it. And sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. It's either you're outspending guys, and that's how you're going to try to get to the top, or you're going to outwork them. You spend that many more hours in the shop, and that's how you're going to get there. Or you got a combination of money and some talent, or you got a combination of hard work and some talent. One of the things that's helped me, obviously, is I'm a thinker, so I'm very calculated about what I do, and so that's allowed me to get to really take racing to that extra degree, but I also set my own race cars up. So in a world where I'm kind of a anomaly in the sense, because most of the guys I race with, there's guys that are paid for the team that come in, set their cars up, and I'm just a monkey. I'm supposed to be a monkey. I'm just, and I've worked with a lot of crew chiefs, and they said, I don't want you to do anything. Go get a hot dog. Go do whatever you can do. Do not stand around this race car. Do not touch this. That's my job. That's what I get paid to do.
Sure.
You just get in it and you be the monkey behind the wheel. My problem is I can't do that because I'm out there on the racetrack calculating I should have changed this. This. So them guys would all tell me, you're never going to be a great race car driver because you're thinking about your setup while you're racing, and you can't do that. You got to be racing. When you're racing, you got to be thinking about that. For some reason, I figured out how to do it. Kyle Larson don't know the difference between the front tire and the rear tire. Nothing. He don't know. He can't hold a wrench from a screwdriver. Has no clue what any of it is. He just gets out there and races. The reason why Shane Cockrum at 44 is still in business, people still call me to drive the race cars, and I could still succeed, is because I'm one-man band, buddy. I play guitar, I play the drums, and I got the banjo, you know what I mean? And I can play them all, and I can do it at the same time, you know what I mean? So that's what's kept me in business.
It's Foo Fighters right
I like
there.
it.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. I got the harmonica and the guitar, and I'm beating the drum over on the side.
I've got to ask this. I mean, do you? Hey, obviously you haven't raced much this year, but I mean, you've put together a really good career so
Yep.
far. Do you plan to continue racing? If you do, and what's the next
Yeah, what I do, I was the 2022 World Outlaw Extreme National Champion, and I raced a ton of races. And then in 23, I won some national races, but I didn't race quite as much. 24, I kind of backed off. I'm kind of at the least amount, but obviously my girlfriend's, we're gonna have a baby, and so there's lots of things that I can't.
This dad stuff.
Yeah, life gets in the way, so I cannot just. I can't go off and just bounce around and go racing like I want to right now. But I'm going to get back. Here's the thing. I feel like I'm just as good now as I've ever been. My coordination is just as good. I don't know. I mean, it probably is.
Is that Toby Keith's song?
No, it's
I'm as good once there was, or I don't know what the...
I ain't as good as I want.
Yeah.
He's the opposite of that. He's still as good as he wants.
Yeah, I feel like it. I just...
But I'm as good as I ever was. That's the song. It's the same thing.
It's racing on the road. It's like the traveling circus. Yeah. So there's, for instance, it's crazy. For instance, we're on this road to these racetracks. I've been to the Grand Canyon I've been to Niagara Falls 11 times. Who goes to Niagara Falls 11 times? The guy that has to drive past it, go racing twice a year. Yeah. So what do? Oh, let's stop at Niagara Falls.
Yeah, why not?
So
you probably dove in it or something crazy. Now you swim it.
When I go there, I think about, man, if I got a capsule and it was just the right, I could probably make it. And then I kind of my senses, but. But yeah, so being on the road so much, it's tough. It's tough to do that, and that's not. I don't look forward to that because it's a circus. You go, we'll race, we'll be in states. You're racing. We're all into this race at some racetrack, and you're like, what state are we in? You know what I mean? You're racing for weekends. Sometimes you don't know what state you're in. And so it's I know when I hear singers that play on tour, it's the same thing. You know what I mean? They don't know where they're at. They're just out there. It's another stage. That racetrack's our stage.
Shane, I'm gonna throw this at you. This might be the first time this has been brought up, or maybe it's been brought up 55 times. But God's got to play some part in this. Keeping
God
you alive.
plays a lot. You bet. I'll be honest with you. There's a handful of times that I should not be here. And just obviously by the grace of God, I am. And it's certainly, I'm a big believer that it's not my time. He obviously has plans for me, and there's things that, maybe it's because maybe having a boy at 44 and being able to, and I've got a grandchild, and maybe he figures the second half of my life, the first half of my life, I've used up most of my 9 lives. The second half, he probably thinks I should be drinking a little more sweet tea, hanging out, watching the kids and doing their thing. And maybe everything that I've learned, done, traveled, maybe I can apply that to help those, whether it be my son or my grandkids, to be successful. Yeah, to be successful. Hey, Ricky Bobby, what did he name his kids? Dr. Quinn and Medicine Woman. I mean, that's... So...
I'm on spider monkey.
No Mountain
Dew. All jacked up a Mountain Dew!
You gotta love Ricky Bobby.
He's my favorite.
He's great racer of all time.
He's a great
racer. Yeah, I mean, he is.
Raced a Jaguar, a Panther or something, didn't he?
Hey, when AJ, there's pictures, if you look it up, it's a cool picture. AJ fought a lion in the infield at DuQuoin.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm gonna bring it up. Just because you got to see it.
Was it because of for a charity or something?
Why
was there a line on the infield of DuQuoin?
If you send it, we'll get this so people can see it.
Send it to me and we'll get it on the show.
Yeah. So look, here's.
Come on.
There's infield DuQuoin. There's AJ wrestling a lion.
That ain't AI. That's real.
No, it's real. It's real. It's Yeah, no shit.
On the show.
So let me tell you.
Send that to me. We're getting it on the show.
Let me tell you a story about AJ. Obviously, they say AJ's the one of the toughest race car drivers ever.
Yeah.
When AJ started racing through the '60s, all those guys are coming back from World War II. Greatest generation that we've ever seen.
For sure.
Those guys,
We're not here without them.
They were daredevils. And the reason why is because as 18-year-old kids, they spent 4 years people trying to kill them every day.
Hey, this was nothing compared to being on
No,
Normandy?
Right. So, yeah, right. They didn't know what their destiny was going to be. They're still marching forward. So I got utmost respect for those. Yeah, no doubt. So when those guys come back over the States, they started doing things, and they, race car drivers and race car mechanics came from, after World War II, they were part of the aviation. The good race car drivers, they were World War II fighter pilots, because they had to think the same way. The good mechanics were builders of airplanes. And so if you go look at the early racing, so USAC, Indy 500, those race cars look like airplanes with 4 tires. The riveting, everything, that's where they took all the same things they learned from the war. So those guys, when they come back, they said, what's this race car going to do to me that somebody didn't try to do to me every single day, you know what I mean, over there. So they were really brave. Now, they set the course for all of us, but they killed a lot of them. I mean, and it was a commonplace, I own a race car, and it finished 3rd in points in 1966. And in 1967, to start the year out, 6 of the top 10 were dead. Wow. So these are all people's heroes. These are the 6 the best 10 in the country, and 6 of them are dead the next year. So guess what happens? 6 more people step up. Sure. I'll take that ride. I'll go do that. And so they become the new heroes. And so they just, and so over time, when you look at those things and how many people this sport has killed because of that, then you see A.J. Foyt's been through it all. A.J. Foyt didn't wait around at the back of the field to avoid. He didn't take it easy to not put himself in position to get killed. He was winning. He was battling. He was sliding in between, and he was just lucky. And he ended up being one of the greatest race car drivers to win the most races, and he didn't get killed.
Better be lucky than good.
And so, yeah.
Better be lucky than good.
And so that's the cool thing about A.J., here he is, but when A.J. got hurt, the story, when A.J. got hurt, he had the Houston Oilers trainer take care of him. And it was A.J. about got his legs chopped off, real bad. It was just, everything was messed up. And the guy come back after like 12 weeks, A.J., and he says, I've never met a man in this world as tough as A.J. Foyt. He said, if the Houston Oilers had every player that was like A.J. Foyt, we would never, ever lose a Super Bowl. Because he's that guy. He's tougher than any of our professional football players. And so that's, it's just, that was part of who he was. And that's why he's 94. In the last 5 years, A.J. Foyt has turned over his bulldozer into a pond upside down and climbed out of it. Twice he's got hospitalized for getting stung over 100 times by killer bees. You're talking about, this dude's 90 years old, rolls over a bulldozer into a pond and has to climb out and swim his way to shore. He gets stung by hundreds of killer bees, swells up, you don't even know who he is. 3 weeks later, he's out and about, just goes back home, goes about living his... Read the story on him. He's a wild, wild man.
I love it.
And
like
obviously...
he's like a superhero.
You bet. And, God obviously had a lot to do with that for him, that man. So he's a blessing.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Where's he live? Where's he from?
Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas?
Yep.
Okay. That's just crazy. I can't believe that. If I get stung by a bee, I'm done for the day.
Oh yeah, this guy's tough. He's tough. One of the best.
So I gotta ask this. I know power steering has changed a lot throughout the years of racing, and obviously just cars in general. But did you ever experience that, like as far as like power steering change in racing? Has it gotten better?
There was power steering when I got into sports. Some things don't have power steering. I'll be honest with you. I'm a bigger guy. I'm racing against whether, you talked about, Jeff, I may have a 110-pound girl that I race with, maybe kids that, who knows. Sure. So I've always been a little bit able to manhandle. I've always wanted less power steering. I want less power steering because I want to feel the car. Now, at the end of 100 miles, those kids get out of that power steering and they're like, can I go off and go to the carnival? I'm ready to, go see the fair and give me my, Xbox. I'm gonna go on my toter home with my Xbox. I'm over here like dragging myself out of the car like I just, went to a prize fight with Muhammad Ali, 10 rounds.
I started saying prize, and he said the exact word.
Yeah, so that's what I've always, but I want it that way. That's the way I want it. You know what I mean? I want to get out after the race when I win. Your dad can attest to it. He's seen me.
Yeah.
I get out on the front straightaway, and it's black soot. I can't see out of my eyes. I'm digging stuff out. I look like I'm just, I just look like I've been through it. And
Been through it.
You know, and so yeah, you're dehydrated. You're just, there's times they almost drag you out of the car. You have a hard time even talking. So
Will you be LeBron James? Will you race long enough so you sack Cockrum and you both can race together?
Listen, how I'm cut and how LeBron's cut, we're two different people. We're two different people. I can't flop. LeBron can flop.
Oh, I love Bron.
He's.
Just wish you pick a team.
He said he didn't pick because Adam Silver tried forcing him to.
I don't like Adam Silver. Looks like an alien. I'm sorry, Adam. You can come on the
Who's
show.
more alien, Victor Wembanyama or Adam Silver?
Well, Victor Wembanyama is just a great basketball player, a freak of nature. Adam Silver just looks weird. Just looks weird. Super smart, runs the NBA, but he just looks weird. I mean, would you like to race that long? I mean, do you want to keep?
I don't know. Here's the thing. I probably overachieved as a race car driver. I never wanted to be a NASCAR driver. I never did.
Why? I was going to ask you that.
It ain't a great life.
Okay.
I mean, financially, it may be a great life, but you're never home.
Sure.
When you're not racing on the weekends, every single weekend for your entire life you don't even know what a Saturday in your hometown is. None of them guys have ever been to a high school football game or been to the Rich during a sectional championship. Like that there's something cool to that. And so I always wanted to achieve the most I could achieve, but then have the best of every other world too. You know what I mean? I want to be involved in the sports and I love high school sports. And I want to be able to race, and I want to race at the highest levels. And I want to be a fire chief, and I want to and a firefighter, and I want to achieve great things and save people's lives and do that. And I want to achieve all I can achieve, but still be able to do other things. And I'll be honest with you, if I wasn't fire chief, if I didn't do those things, could I went farther in racing? Probably.
Sure.
But I'd be just single faceted. You know what I mean? That would be my whole life.
Not multifaceted.
That's all I would be. And so
He's like the Swiss Army knife over there, man.
yeah, that's what you want to do. I want experiences, life's an adventure. I want to be
I'm with you,
adventurous.
man.
That's how I am with sports media. I feel like
Yeah.
I love doing podcasts. I love doing the PA announcing at SIR, but I also love video, and I love Southern Illinois, and I love this, I love that.
Yeah.
I wish that you could, if there was a way where they're like, hey Russell, here's a job, and you can just do whatever the heck you want to, I would just do it because I love going out to the dirt tracks whenever I want to or covering sectional championship. I mean, it's just sadly I can't do that, but
No, but if you learn what success is, you learn what it takes to be successful. Like I talked about Levi Jones earlier, all-state basketball player. I'm telling you, the same guys who are great basketball players in Southern Illinois, if they had a little bit of racing knowledge or come from a family that had a little racing background, or even somebody like me took them on and said, okay, you're 18, you're high school, you scored 2,000 points. You're always going to be in history books in this town, but you want to be a race car driver, here's what we're going to do. Yeah. I could take one of those guys and make him successful racing.
Shane, what's the ceiling for someone like Jaxton?
What's
his ceiling? Seriously.
Honestly, you got to want it, and like anything else, you see a lot of great high school athletes that they love high school athletes. When they get to college, they get that workout plan that it's every day, this nutritional plan, and they're like, maybe I don't want to be a basketball player for whoever, you know what I mean? I don't want, and they decide to go do something different. You have to stay the course, and so that's really up to Jaxton. Does Jaxton have great talent? He's got great talent. He drives. It's wild because Jaxton is low key, mellow as can be. But you watch him racetrack, you're like, that ain't Jaxton Wiggs out there. Yeah. I don't see that. You know what I mean? Like this kid's hustling. Sure. He's aggressive. He looks like the meanest guy on the block. You know what I mean? And that's what he's capable of doing that. But he's getting to that point where he's getting up there with the top echelon of the people at that level. Now he's got to jump back into the bottom level of sprint car racing. He's got to he started doing it. Sure. And he's going to have to, it's going to be a school of hard knocks again. He's going to start from the bottom. He's going to crash. He's going to tear stuff up. It's going to be late nights and early mornings. He's going to travel lots of miles. and then here in a few years, couple years, if he gets to the pinnacle of where he's at in sprint cars compared to where he's at right now in the lesser class, then he's going to say, maybe I'm going to need to go to a national tour, and I'm going to and then when he goes on the national tour, he's going to start traveling, and Jeff and them probably have the ability to financially make sure that he can still pay his bills at home while he's working on his dream. He can go do that, and he may get on the national level, and we'll see what he does. Does he have the ability to do it? Is he a great athlete? He is, and so it's what he wants. It's how much he wants it, so.
Wow, that's exactly what Gavin Genesio said about being a D1 athlete.
Listen, I'll use Gavin for example. Me and Nathan are obviously friends, went to school with him, played football with him, #1 state football team. The things that I learned and what's made me successful is the very same things that Jeff Roper was my coach at the time. Jeff Roper, you know what I mean? He would make you mad. Shane, run until I get tired. You know what I mean? And I thought it was punishment. Looking back, I'm like, and I've told Jeff since then, Coach, you did great things for me. What you taught me, the amount of discipline, you know what I mean? And I love that. You know what I mean? And so that was a big part of, not in sports, but in other things, the way I handle things. So, Gavin's the same way. Nathan told me, he said, they go to the grocery store, and Gavin's 8 years old, and they're grocery shopping, Nathan and Jenna, and Gavin's over there reading nutritional values and making sure he gets his macros and look and see how much protein he's got. And this kid's 8 years old. He had never won a race. He had never won one single race, but he's already focused on what he's got to do to be successful. And so now here he is, 10 years later, 11 years later, and he's a stud. Yes. And he's a stud. There's been a lot of early mornings and late nights running by himself that nobody knew. He's been a lot of nutritional, taking care of himself, watching, making sure his body was right, that nobody knew. He could have went and made at McDonald's. He could have went and done all those things like we all do.
Sure.
But he didn't. He stayed there, and now look at him. He's obviously
he's
at Arkansas, one of the greatest, programs for what he's doing in the country. He's getting to live it out. He's seeing the fruits of his labor.
He is.
Which is great.
Well, the biggest thing I know is, obviously, don't take this wrong, but we don't have many bottom feeders come on the show. I mean, no offense.
That's right.
People come on here, people are winners. I mean, we've had a lot of people that are really good in athletics, good in life. Kyle Bacon's one of my best friends. He was on here a few weeks ago. We're talking everything besides sports. He texted me later. He's like, "We need to talk about this." Well, we had you on here because we wanted to talk about America and 250 and all that stuff. He's very patriotic, so am I. But people that have made it in life, I've noticed all these athletes we've had on, between people when I came on the show 34 shows ago. There's one single thing, and you talked about it. These people are driven.
Yeah.
You're very driven in life. I know you are.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why your hands, that's why you're involved in so many different things. They're not lazy.
Yeah.
These people that, when I think of Marlowe scoring, how many points he end up with?
3,276.
Nathaniel Marlowe, over 3,000 points from little bitty, Blueford, Illinois, Weber Township High School, second all-time in the state's history.
Yeah.
Think of all the great basketball players in Illinois. We're having... Austin Brown was on a couple of weeks ago. He's on the Colts roster right now. Hopes to stay on it for the 53-man roster. Hopefully he makes it here the next month. Sure. Cadensville's Player of the Year from Carterville. All these other, we could just sit here and name people. Gavin Genesio. And
Four-time state champ.
Four-time state champ. And Cy Norman, state champ. All these people, I'm thinking about it. No one, I want to say this right. My dad's always said this kind of stuff to me. My dad and Brent McClain used to talk for hours about running and stuff. Yeah. And Brent was a freak. Brent ran professionally. Yeah. Okay, that's how good he was.
He knows what it takes. Yeah,
he knows what it takes. He's coached 2 Olympians. They always talked about, my dad would talk about it for hours with him, but it's the stuff no one sees. It's the stuff no one sees with you that made you really good, obviously, in racing. That there's a lot of guys that go to Starks and do a little bit of weightlifting and do this and that, but all those countless hours that no one sees, that's the driven part. That's what makes people...
Right.
I mean, you've got to have talent. You've got to have all this with it, but Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, there's a lot of 6'6" to 6'8" guys in this country that didn't turn out that good.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it is. It is. You spoke of Marlowe. I watched Marlowe when they played Nashville, and
Yeah, he went
Nashville,
nuts.
and he went nuts. And so, he's 6 foot behind the 3-point line. Yeah. He's throwing them up with a hand in his face, and you just know as I watch that, people see, oh, he made another three. I said, that dude's making threes from odd positions, and that's not he's not getting lucky. That's not the first time.
Luck.
He's shot those shots. He's shot. He's got so good that he's had plenty of practice where he's 6 foot behind the 3-point line with a broom or something hitting his face, making 3-pointers. That's a shot he practices, and so that's why the dude's that great, because he made those really, really tough shots look easy.
My favorite Marlowe shots are the ones where the 3-point line is 19 foot, he shoots 18 and a half, and he's got dudes in his face. And that's 2 points to 3 points.
Yeah, I know.
And I've seen several games where he's done that. And he's just a phenomenal player, and he's one of the most driven players I've ever seen as far as just he wasn't scared.
Yeah.
I driven person.
Fierce competitor.
I never got to see JoJo Johnson play.
We did.
So I can't speak on that, but Marlowe is one of the toughest players I've ever seen in my generation. It was fun to watch him, but.
Yeah. That's it, man. You can go back and watch those guys. I commented on Rich Younkus's. They had a picture of him, and obviously didn't get to see him play, but dude was a stud. He was a stud of what he did. Like, he better than everybody else what he did.
He was the all-time leading scorer of the ACC for a long time at Georgia Tech.
Right.
From Benton, Illinois.
Yeah.
I mean,
you don't. That's what we've talked about.
Crazy.
You don't get to that caliber without having some niche. Like JoJo. JoJo in his mind, JoJo just wanted. He gonna make 3-pointers really good, but he just wanted to beat you. Like, he just wanted to beat you. Like, he's such a fierce competitor. You know what I mean? So fierce that he's a bad loser. He's a sore loser.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? He'd rather fight you after if you beat him in the basketball game, he'd rather just fight you afterwards, because he didn't like to lose. Yeah. And he hated to lose. And so, there's different guys. Obviously, Marlowe is not that way. He's a competitor, but I can tell you right now, that dude don't like to lose either. No. And his way, how he fights it is he goes to the gym every morning, and he gets there earlier if he loses, because he can't stand for put on another show that didn't get beat.
My favorite thing to hear from, because I talked to Marlo, and he does go to the gym early, and he wakes up at 5 a.m., reads the Bible, and then he goes sit.
It's right. He's got to figure it out. The kid is a man among boys in this sense. Like, if he'll stay that course, his life's going to be a great life. Yes. He's got to figure it out. You know what I mean? He's God in basketball. He's got to figure it out, and he balances them and family, and he does the minutes.
Some people my age.
Better than me. I watch him. I'm like, God, this dude, he's doing what I'm still trying to achieve. You know what I mean? And here he is, 18. He's making it look easy. And so he'll go have the ministries and bring in the kids and talk to all of them like he's, that's a head. He's got for 18 years old, he's got a head on him. Yeah. So, good for him.
Yeah.
Bring it home for us, Russ.
We got 2 more questions.
2 more.
One of them the most important. You heard it earlier. But here, I got to ask you, for the kids, and you mentioned it, you don't have to be some little kid to get into it, but 18-year-olds, 22-year-olds, they're looking into dirt racing. They're thinking, hey, I might get into it. What would you say to them? What is their why? Why should they do it? And
what's your why?
Well, listen, we have to have purpose in our life. We have to have purpose. And why like athletes at high school? See, that when you get out of high school, let's say there's so many athletes don't play college ball. When you get out, that time ends. Like, you can no longer feel that competitive spirit. What do? You go off to work, and you go do your, and you got to raise a family, you got to take care of your priorities, and you always think, man, how I felt on the field. I still remember how I felt in the football, running out, the competitive, trying to win, number 1 in state, feeling that. Yeah. And so when I got out of school, it was like, what can I do that gives me a sense of that I have purpose, that I get up on Monday morning thinking about what I'm going to do this weekend, like, where's my passion? And so what I found out was, if you like racing, even like Marion, you can start doing that after you're 18. And here I am 44, and I've been doing it my whole life, and it's almost like I never quit playing sports. You know what I mean? I'm a I started playing sports 7 years old or 5, 6 years old. I'm a 38-year athlete. I've been in sports for 38 years. I didn't get to play 4 years high school sports and it was over. Like I played 4 years high school sports and my sport just changed and I just continued right on. College kids get out of college and after they play for 2 years or 4 years, life ends. That sport ends for them. This allows you to transition, continue having that competitive spirit. Go battle. You're battling people. You're trying to be better than the guy beside you, and to go continue to put forth effort to do that every week, and you get really focused in it. And that's what I've been doing for so long. I wouldn't, I couldn't think about doing anything else. It's really it has been the cheat code for me for being able to stay competitive and keep my mind sharp and do those things. So
that's why I tell people sports media is the dream job.
Yeah.
As well, because you think about it. I graduated high school football. And for playing high school football, I did some media in high school. And what's gonna be funny is whenever I'm 60 years old, I'm just gonna be going to enjoy my time watching sports.
Yeah, right. You never left. Yeah, right.
I don't even ever retire.
Yeah, right. Sure.
Might as well make money while you're. But I think sports is very important, just beyond being able to say, I won a championship. It's character building.
You bet it is.
You want to talk about that, how it's built you as a person, just helped you, just even throughout the racing career, if you want to add anything else.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say in racing, like any other sport, you lose way more than you win. And so it teaches you, it humbles you on the downside. On the plus side, it's some of the greatest feeling in the world. The achievement when you stand on the front straight in victory lane, and it's great. But you learn it's like life. You learn how to handle the low sides. You learn how to handle the high sides. You're humbled when it's high. You ain't too high. When you're low, it ain't too low. You try to run. Try to keep a good head to you, and that's what I've been able to do in that sense. Is I didn't let the high points get the best of me, and I didn't let the low points get the best of me either. And there's going to be both of them, guaranteed.
Are you ready for the most important question?
Most important, yes.
All right, this is the most important question: Cane's or Chick-fil-A?
Cane's or Chick-fil-A?
If you're
last week, me and Andrew went to Marion, and we were going to Chick-fil-A, and I called an audible in the drive-thru at Chick-fil-A. I got there, I said, "Don't order me nothing. Take me next door to Cane's."
Oh, call it audible from Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
Wow. How did she deal with that?
She wasn't, she wasn't happy just because I was driving. Gas is high, but here's how she does. She will go at lunch break and she'll go to McDonald's and she'll drive through and she'll get what's called a crispy Coke. The best Cokes. McDonald's got the greatest Cokes. Yeah. And then she'll drive over to Burger King and get a Whopper. I said, you go get a soda from McDonald's and wait in that line, and you drive across the Route 14 and you go to get can't you just get a burger there or a drink there? No, I gotta have a crispy Coke and the Whopper. And so
love it.
She does. So she couldn't say much. I've done it too much.
So you're a Cane's guy.
I am a Cane's guy. Love the sauce.
What is it? The sauce? Is the sauce?
No, the chicken. It's good chicken.
Yeah,
it is good chicken. But I do love the sauce. Nobody dislikes the sauce, like you said.
I've got to ask. Isn't it McDonald's? Don't they have the best sodas?
The best.
Why is that? I drink
the best.
You can't tell, but they know I go there a lot.
Hey, High C Orange. Love it.
Hey, that's
love it.
Colby Bennett's, that's her favorite.
That's her favorite.
Love High C Orange.
Oh, that's great.
It'll give you diabetes.
But
it's good stuff.
That's funny right there, man. High C Orange.
Yeah. Gosh. But it was Chick-fil-A, great lemonade.
They do have great lemonade.
Great, and they got great diet lemonade too.
Yes.
For guys like us.
I need it. I drink plenty of Diet Coke at McDonald's. Yeah. They're laughing at me, I'm sure. The workers.
I gotta ask you this before you go. This is the last question.
Okay.
What if you want to ask that 15 more?
You've been on the road a lot with racing. What is the best food you've ever ate?
Ooh, I like this.
Best food you've ever ate while you've been on the road racing?
And we go back. So in Indianapolis, you have what's called St. Elmo's. It's a steakhouse.
Okay.
When you walk in there, you're going to pass all the pictures of every great person that's ever been there. Next door is what's called Harry and Izzy's. They share the same kitchen. Okay. Harry and Izzy's is the lower version. St. Elmo's, you got to have reservations weeks in advance. Oh. Go to Harry and Izzy's, anytime. You get in there anytime. You walk right in, you get seated. They have a shrimp cocktail, and they're giant shrimp, and when you dip this in, there's so much horseradish, fresh horseradish in there. like you take people. If you really don't like them, you don't tell them how it is. You let them get a bite of it because they're going to panic.
Yeah.
Like I took a friend there. He almost passed out, and when he woke up, he tried to jump the fence and run down the street. He didn't know. He's just a normal guy, but he was so panicked because the horseradish got the best of him.
I love
the
horseradish.
greatest stuff. So you'll take your breath away. It clear every sinus. But when you leave, you go home. A week later, you're still thinking about that shrimp cocktail. So every time I'm anywhere in the area, I will divert. I will go into Chicago. I'll divert and go through Indy to get there because I got to have a Harry and Izzy's or St. Elmo's shrimp cocktail.
Oh, that sounds great.
The best.
That sounds great.
Don't ever pass on it if you ever get a chance.
That's awesome.
Next time you go to Indianapolis, you gotta go.
I'm going.
Yep.
I'm there.
Yeah, it's
Sounds
great. Downtown.
Sounds great.
A block from Lucas Oil Stadium.
Oh, I know right where you're at.
I really appreciate you coming on. It's been 1 hour and 22 minutes.
It's been worth it.
Longer than our last segment.
Longer than the other
Yeah.
three.
And I don't know, I really enjoyed
The
it.
trio.
Yeah.
It didn't like there wasn't a dull moment.
No, we could go for 4 hours.
That's me. I can't too. It's,
Hour and 21 minutes, and I felt like
Yeah.
we went for maybe like 30 minutes
yeah,
max.
it's hard because there's so much to cover,
Oh,
and
yeah,
like
that's it, yeah.
you're like, man, we didn't cover a third of what we wanted to cover.
Well,
You know,
we'll
it's
do it
just the way it
again.
works.
We'll do it
But,
again. We'll
yeah,
have
maybe
it
part
again.
two. Part two.
Part due.
Part
Hey,
two.
weekly racing show.
Hey,
You'd like
there's
that.
been it. There's
Like
you
it.
know.
You'd like it.
I'll help you out any way I can. I know a lot of people. Shoot, there a lot of people are racing coming through. Maybe we catch it just right. We'll get some people coming here, stopping through on the show. I guarantee I get Kenny Schrader here for this show.
I love it.
That'd be
And let me tell you, watch some of his stuff. You can go whether it be on the Junior download and him and Junior are really tight because obviously Kenny
I've really
and,
been getting on that podcast
Kenny, you know, Kenny's the one that was the first to Dale's car, Dale Earnhardt, when he was killed at Daytona. They were racing together. So, but Kenny is hilarious. Like this guy is a sharp it. It's funny. Like it would be. Here's the thing about Kenny. Wherever he goes, whatever podcast he does, is the best podcast that place has ever had because he's always that good. Go watch some of the stuff. You cannot. He's just great, and he never repeats the same thing. He's just off the cuff. He's a little bit like you, Trav.
I like that. I like those kind.
Yeah.
I like those kind.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to check that out.
So-
I'm all for it, man.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
But yeah, certainly appreciate you guys having me. Glad to talk and happy to do it again.
Yeah, for sure. I'd be happy to have you on again. And as I told Travis, I'm really been getting big into racing, and it's fun to get to talk. I mean, people don't realize it. Even down at SIR or up at Wayne County, there's a lot of local racers and.
Well,
A lot.
the big thing that I just wanted to get from this was, we were thinking about people to have on, and I don't think people realize, and I'm a shameless promoter in this, I get it from my father, we have so much in Southern Illinois. There's so many great people, and you pick the sport, you pick whatever their passion is, whatever they're into, and I'm thinking just here in Benton, Illinois, you and the Wiggs family, and you could name, I'm sure there's way more that I don't know. And
I thought about that, and I not to just continue on, but I don't know whether it has to do with poverty or just in our area having not a lot of things to be distracted by. When you think of a really good basketball player, you think of that kid on the farm in Indiana who had the bucket with on the back of a piece of plywood, and he had nothing to do but sit there and shoot baskets.
Yeah.
And I think that in that same sort of weird way, when you're in Southern Illinois, you grow up in Southern Illinois, it's not like there's a lot of things pulling you in a lot of different directions. So you end up becoming really good at whatever you set your mind to because you're not going to get distracted. If we lived in the metro area, you see it from poverty-stricken areas. It don't matter what it is, whether it's us or, look at the athletes that East St. Louis puts out at the Flyers. And those kids are trying to escape a bad situation sometimes. And so there's not a lot. They're not like, I'm going to stay in East St. Louis my whole life. They don't want to do that.
Sure.
They fight a lot of things. Some of them have broken homes, but this is their way out. This is their ticket, and they're going to play. And so it's the same way
it's
here.
very similar.
It's very similar. It's very similar.
I agree.
So, yeah.
Sports is an outlet for people.
It is.
It's an outlet, and a
Yeah.
lot of people have used that for good.
Yeah.
A lot of people have used that.
Yeah.
White, black, red, blue,
Yeah.
boy, girl. I mean,
Yeah.
Democrat, Republican, everywhere in between.
Yeah, that's it.
man. You know
That's
what I
it.
mean?
That's it.
That's the beauty. I would say that's the beauty of sports. Not to get off on that tangent, but the beauty of sports is, man, there's no barrier to sports.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know if it's racing, I don't care if it's basketball, we both love basketball. I don't care what it is. We got the crappy Cubs on TV right here. Maybe Pete Armstrong will fall down. But PCA is really good. Oh, that's Ian Happ.
But you get to
I got a funny story about
you get to die legend here if you make your mark on sports here. You know, it's like we talk about Rich Youngkus. I never got to see Rich, but when I see Rich and he's a friend of mine, I shake his hand. I'm like, Rich Youngkus.
Over
you know
50
what I mean?
years ago, we're still talking about
He's still talking about
over 50 years ago.
And you know, when I shake his hand, I'm like, and if I'm standing with him, I'm like, that dude was a great basketball player. You know, he don't look like a basketball player anymore. Obviously, age just starts setting in. But you just don't forget those people. They die famous in a small town, you know, type of deal. So it's that's what's cool about it. You do 4 years, but in a hard 4 years, you get to be a legend for the rest of your life.
I'm sitting at a Cardinal Cubs game, and I can be loud. And some people, you know, like some people think it's really cool if they like yell just a little bit at the player like me. I'll be like, hey! And I don't care yelling way over there, right?
Like
So-
we're walking up the bleachers.
Yes.
To that lady.
Yes. So I'm sitting there, and I'm in St. Louis, and I'm in first baseline. So I'm in right field, and Ian Happ is playing right field for the Cubs, and I'm trying to get my buddies a ball, and I keep yelling, Ian. I know it's not Ian, but I'm yelling, Ian! Ian!
Nobody else is doing that.
He finally
Yeah.
looks over at me and goes, it's Ballin4God. So I'll tell him down. He goes, it's blanking Ian. And I start laughing. I'm like, I know it's Ian. And then, so he kind of joked about it later, and he came and flipped the ball to one of my buddies. But I've been messing with him. I'm yelling Ian at him, and he was getting, you could tell at first he was just kind of like, you know, he kept looking at his little card, you know, like when the guys would come up where he's supposed to go. I'm yelling, Ian! Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well,
after that-
real quick, my Cubs story, tie in, big Cubs fan, been going my whole life. Went to 14 home games here about 3 or 4 years ago.
What?
Yeah. So,
you and Windhorst.
so my dad raced a lot with a guy named Dick Sutcliffe. They raced all over the country together.
Rick?
That's Rick's dad.
Really?
So yeah, and so my dad and Dick Sutcliffe were
When you
great
said
friends.
Sutcliffe, I'm thinking-
Great friends. So when I'm young, I'm like 6, 7, 8 years old, 7 years old, I think.
That's funky move.
Rick is the starting pitcher for the Cubs. Invites us to Wrigley. We get to sit in his seats. He takes me through the clubhouse, and we're his people for the day. And so
You had to be,
yeah,
though.
yeah. So yeah, I had to be. So Rick, I didn't get to shake Sandberg's hat. Sandberg's hand
R.I.P.
was right there.
R.I.P. Ryan
But
Sandberg.
Sean Dunston, Andre Dawson,
Sean.
I got to shake their hand, hang out in the clubhouse right there with them. So it was cool. So that's my you got to be a Cubs fan after that.
I would probably be a Cubs fan if that happened.
Yeah,
And
it's cool.
To be honest,
It's
Charlie,
cool.
can you imagine? You know, Dave Severin took you out there, and you somehow knew. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
And when I come back, I thought my swing was no better when I got back. It really wasn't. So.
Oh, that's
better.
awesome.
Matt Lahr and Tyler, they had a really convincing Cubs story, but that's better.
And that story's
It was
better.
a good one. It was a good
I mean,
one.
his dad raced with Dick Sutcliffe.
Yeah, big sprint
That's
cars. Dick Sutcliffe's big sprint car racer. When Dick and my dad were racing across the country, Rick was a little kid. He was going with them to the races.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Love it.
Now he's, I think, an analyst for ESPN or
My
something.
hair look bad? Sure looks hilarious.
Yeah.
Took my hat that I stole off Dave Brown's head. I took the hat off Dave Brown's head, sweat stain and all, and put it on. I haven't taken it off since I have head lice.
We appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, you bet.
Thanks, Shane.
You bet.
No, it was a lot of fun,
Absolutely.
man.
Yeah, man, it was always
It's
cool.
longer than tomorrow's segment.
Yeah.
Longer than Marvel segment.
Yeah, nobody's gonna watch it, but I just think it's too long. Hey, I gotta live my life. I
There'll
can't.
probably be 4
I-
watchers, but
yeah, that's right.
no, I'm kidding. There'll be a lot.
All right, thank you for watching today's show. As you know, we wrap it up. We had some great guests on today. We had Jaxton Wiggs in the entourage, as he'll be competing in the Terry Sprague Memorial this weekend down at the Southern Illinois Raceway. Caleb Hilliard, he gave us a Southern Illinois Raceway sticker to show off. We also had Shane Cockrum on. I'm repping his shirt right now, but he gave us a little thing from the Ted Horn 100 over in DuQuoin, as he won it. And so we got to have him on. He gave us some of his racing gloves also to show off in the podcast room. I love getting this type of stuff. It shows off all the guests that we've had on. But, we've had a lot of great guests on today. We hope that you enjoyed it. I think it's honestly worth a rewatch. I mean, this episode's probably going to be about 2 hours and 45 minutes if I had to guess. And I honestly say, hey, go back and rewatch it. Especially go back and rewatch Shane Cockrum. I thought that was a good segment. And I'm happy that you guys got to watch it today. And, they say when the Cardinals win and the Cubs lose, America wins. They also say when Duke loses and Kentucky wins, America wins as well. So, I mean, all I can say is America wins when Cardinals win and Cubs lose. So, I thank you for watching today's show as we wrap up episode number 32. We'll be back here with you for next week for episode number 33. As you know, might have Mason Teifel on sometime here soon as well. But you know, next time we come out with an episode, I believe it'll be August. Yeah, I believe it'll be August. So soon we'll be starting to get towards football season. I believe July 31st is Friday, so July 30th will be next Thursday. That'll be our next episode release date. But yeah, we're getting closer to football season. Can you believe it? This Friday will be 4 more Fridays until high school football returns. And make sure to stay tuned for that because I'm very excited. I think there's going to be a lot of excitement coming this season as the Centralia Orphans, they switch conferences out of the South 7. They return a fleet of players. They get a few transfers to come in. Jonathan Miller returns to Carterville. Several All-South football players from the Ballin4God list are returning this year. There's been transfers back and forth. Coaches returning. It's going to be an exciting year. A lot of new faces, a lot of returning faces, and we're just excited to have you guys along the ride because it's going to be another great year of fall sports, winter sports. Because, you think about it. It was just a couple months, but the athletic calendar is already flipping and the school year is going to be starting here again soon. So thank you for watching today's show, and we'll see you back here next week.